And I was taught to hold it down until I come up. I'm working in the studio, perfecting till the sun up. I do this from...
Just Spark here. This is episode 3. I am Turon, sitting here with my lovely cast of beautiful black folk. Take it away.
I'm Jahde.
I'm Best.
Hi, my name is Philo.
Luke.
Tyjee.
I'm Tyjee.
Tyjee's joining us on the phone once again. What's new, everybody? What's new? It's Sunday.
What's up this week?
How's everybody's week?
Tired of Sundays.
It was good. It was going good. And then getting invited to be a part of this.
Oh yeah, she's new to the
so
team.
I'm
You're
really-
gonna see her in the morning episodes soon.
New member. My week was slow and boring. I'm pretty sure I talked about it before. My school was doing a play festival, and now that all the high schools are closed, I basically poured a lot of time. I'm not gonna say it was wasted time, but I put a lot of time into it just for nothing. So that sucks.
But I swear I'd be lit if I was in high school and they said school closing down, bro. Cause
First of all, with all
Under
these school
senior
closures,
year.
there's so many little kids talking about some sneaky link ups on a Corona vacation. Like,
they
not
podcast
Corona
going on.
vacation. Bro. Like these 5
Why do you know it's sneaky
link-ups?
little kids, Corona
I don't
vacation is
know
what they
that.
calling it. Corona vacation.
Oh shit, niggas crazy.
For real.
First of all, it's ridiculous because when it was a freaking blizzard outside, when it was 16 feet, we still had to go to school. But now
Oh, yeah.
some airborne shit, everybody got to stay home for 5 weeks. What?
I'm saying.
These little niggas soft.
Yeah.
People should have been washing their hands though. That's common sense. Like that's a regular rule.
Yeah, it's sad it took a deadly virus for everyone to wash their hands.
Right.
Word.
That just goes to show how many people are dirty though. At
Or
least.
silky ass fingers.
So, take precaution when you're shaking and dapping people up.
Hit him with that elbow, hit him with the foot.
I swear, bro, I've been stuck niggas like this.
Or hit him with the head nod. You just gotta take
Imagine. Ain't nobody been trying to smoke all week with each other. Everybody stayed to themselves.
Yeah, I bet.
No matching it with no.
Well, I just did the other day.
Nah, but how was your week though? Everybody keep going?
My week was good. I mean, except for school's closing. My phone broke. So it was eventful, but it wasn't too good or too bad. It was decent.
My week was pain, bro. My week was cool. I was just working, but the pain was Friday, bro. I'll tell you, bro. My manager told me to come into work early. Y'all gonna leave early, right? So here I am coming at 10 in the morning. Think I'm about to get out at 6 type shit, right? Next thing you know, bro, around 5, bro. She sent me to the other building. I'm still thinking I'm getting home. I'm leaving early, right? They got to 11:30. I'm still not gone, bro. So niggas made me work a full day, bro, for no reason on a Friday night.
On a Friday, yeah.
My back hurts, bro. My back hurts. I was just putting toilet paper into boxes so these things can be healthy, whatever the case may be, bro. That's not it.
The way I see this toilet paper shit, man. I'm cooling right now because the shelves are empty, but the day I need some toilet paper
I'm gonna be tired.
and I can't get no toilet paper,
Let me not be able to wipe
somebody
my.
gotta fight me. Like,
And then online,
who
you
you
can't
with?
even go online because people raising the prices trying to make money off of people's struggle. Like that's crazy.
Nah, people are
A thing
ridiculous.
of sanitizer is like $40, bro.
Yeah.
Well, they used to be like 20. They never used to be that much. Not even 20.
Now that's what I've been doing at work. I've been lit because everybody keep ordering sanitizer. Because I work in warehouse. Everybody be ordering sanitizer and toilet paper, bro. Like literally, that's all I see, bro. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I just started kicking that shit, bro.
Like none of the stores got baby wipes or nothing. Like people can't even wipe their baby's ass and change their diapers because there's no
That's
baby wipes in the store.
Like babies might be dirty.
Like the babies
Yo,
can't
think
even
about
get
babies might be dirty for the first couple months.
Nah, no, there's no way.
They gonna get like a rag or something, right? Like a walk rag or
Just keep
something.
walking.
Take a shot
That's
over
over for that.
Take it back.
That's just like I hope nobody's doing that.
Now, but keep going. How was y'all? Everybody tell us how y'all week was.
Yeah, you're next.
Yeah, you're next.
my week was valid, low key. I was working a lot, so I was tired as hell. But I mean, in a couple weeks, I'm gonna see the money from that work, and I'm gonna be valid.
Word.
So I'm good.
Oh man, I had a lot to talk about. My week was boring. I didn't have nothing going on. It's the same old routine right now. Until I get better in music, it's gonna be the same old routine. I'm struggling making beats and they coming out terrible. They gonna get there.
You trying to make beats and shit?
I'm trying to do it all.
Hell yeah.
That's
Jack
a
of all
fact.
trades, man.
That's what I've been thinking this year. Like,
This year though, we gonna make it out.
I'm trying everything. Like,
This
fuck,
year.
why not? You might be good as fuck at it. You never know.
Right, Tyjee, how was your week?
I ain't doing nothing.
Y'all better get used to this shit because everything's shutting down, bro.
Everything's gonna be boring for a couple
Oh,
months.
that's wow. I can't believe this is going on. Like,
I swear.
it's like an apocalypse, but it's not really an apocalypse, but everything's shut down, bro. It's about to be a dead town. Like,
You know what I was just thinking about, bro? In 30 years, bro, in 30 years, we about to be a part of history, bro. What do you think about it,
has
bro?
been saying this, bro. Our whole generation, from the pregnancies, from 13-year-olds, that's all about to make history.
Like-
Niggas about to be learning about this shit.
Right, bro. Like, bro, no funny
There's
shit,
so many
bro.
negative things that's
Like,
gonna
no
be in
funny
history,
shit, bro.
books.
We're
I got-
really gonna make history.
I got
for
this
real.
shit that stands out. So when they used to read about this shit in like 30 years, bro, they gonna say bad in the books,
Bro,
bro. Like,
our
real
kids are
fucking
gonna
nigga.
think we lived in movies,
Like,
bro.
I need to go.
No
I need to go like
fucking
Malcolm X. If some shit happens, I need to go like Malcolm X. That's all I gotta say.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna all that.
Yeah.
I'm going like Malcolm X.
He didn't die very happy.
Bro,
Man,
you got a
that's
legend.
really-
I've seen with real niggas. Malcolm X a real nigga.
He is.
Yeah, that's a fact.
There's a picture like, bro. For me, I'm gonna get like a poster of that nigga with that AK-47 in that one picture you got, bro.
Looking out the window.
Yeah, gangster.
Anybody else have anything else to talk about or no?
Oh yeah, get well Tia still. Feel me? She not with us today, but get well.
Yeah,
Well.
we're still praying for her and stuff.
Nah, what was the first topic though?
That's really heavy. It's really heavy. It's really heavy. It's really heavy. Fans. Okay. You can open this one because this was definitely for you. So you can.
This topic, we're gonna be talking about how a lot of people, you know, especially with their favorite rapper, it
Especially
seems,
Jahde.
try to ignore whenever their rapper does something like trash, or like, let's say an artist will put out something that's not that good. Since it's your favorite rapper, you're still gonna defend them to the end of it if you know that song was trash. But we're talking about that basically, that whole aspect of how people will defend their favorite rappers to the end. I don't understand why that applies to me, but apparently it applies to me.
It's a loyalty thing, low key, kind of. It's like,
Oh yeah,
if I message you, I'll message you regardless.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
message you.
I got like 4 rappers you're not gonna talk shit about, bro. They never talk about that shit. Chief Keef, cause that nigga's a fucking legend. You feel me?
He created this whole.
Yeah,
genre.
but you can't.
He
Nigga,
created this whole.
50
shit,
Cent, you're not gonna talk shit about that nigga.
I don't know.
Gucci Mane, you're not gonna talk shit about that
That's a
nigga.
fact.
And Soulja Boy, like those are my 4 rappers. You just not gonna
This
respect.
nigga messes with Soulja Boy. He always be jacking Soulja Boy to its death.
Soulja Boy, no.
Soulja Boy,
Soulja
yeah.
had hits, and that was
Yeah,
it.
I actually-
I got a lot of respect for
You can't
Soulja
really
Boy
love
and his
Soulja
hustle, but
Boy.
I'm not putting him in the list with them other 3 people.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are
great
they made history.
pioneers.
Soulja
and
Boy.
that's-
What we not gonna do is not gonna down talk Soulja Boy like I
Soulja
said.
Boy is not 50
Nah,
Cent.
his music wasn't it, but
Bro, he's
the
not
same
meant to be in
thing.
that category with them.
Turn my
serious?
flag on. Y'all was
Turn
like,
it back off.
when y'all wake up, that's the first time y'all was playing when y'all was 13.
I was
Nah.
not.
How about the bed? Turn my
I like
flag
kiss my
on.
phone and crank that a
Yeah,
little
kiss my phone,
bit.
yeah.
Crank that a little
I
bit.
mean,
y'all-
speakers going
Crank
in
that
was
shit.
mine.
I don't know. That's
When y'all was a kid, when y'all had that little relationship.
We're not about to talk about Soulja Boy every episode.
Bro, when y'all got that little phone for FaceTime, I was singing "Kiss Me Through the Phone." Niggas can't go nowhere. bro.
FaceTime wasn't even created when Kiss Me Through the Phone.
Exactly.
Y'all was-
Still
everybody-
kicking. Everybody was.
I was like, everybody
I didn't get an iPhone until I was like 15.
So y'all wasn't using Google on Skype, bro?
No,
When
I
Kiss Me
wasn't.
Through the
I was
Phone-
outside.
Time out. Kiss Me Through the Phone was like 2009, wasn't it? What are you talking about? Uvu?
Yes, bro. Kids had Uber.
I didn't even have a phone.
You're right. I had a.
Bro, niggas had Pop Tropica, Club
Oh,
Penguin.
facts, you right.
All
I
that
had
shit,
Uvu.
ooh.
How is that the same thing as Uvu?
I got 6.
That's how you interact with your
How is Pop
You
Tropica
were
the same
6.
thing?
How old are you now?
I'm 17. Yeah.
Wow. Wait, so who's the oldest here? Best, right?
No.
Who's the oldest here?
How old is everybody? How old is
Everybody.
everybody?
How old are you?
I'm 20.
I'm 22.
I'm 20.
You're 20. He's 17. Damn, you're the jet of the
Oh,
group.
She's
Huh?
22.
baby.
She old.
How old
So
are
you
you?
20?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
20.
she
I'm
said
21.
22. I thought she said 22. I'm 21.
Oh, so you, but Tyjee, how old are
Tyjee's
you?
20.
She's 20?
My birthday was January 9th, so I
Yeah.
recently just turned 20.
I just recently turned 20.
Yeah.
But wait, when did y'all graduate? You got a
Class
17?
2018.
17.
18.
17.
16.
Is the best class. After that,
Yeah,
everything
I'm
else.
Old man.
Yeah, you
Started not doing shit. Get
embarrassed.
20 was pretty good. I turned 18 in July. So.
Oh yeah, you got a long. you a
Imagine
baby.
being like still turning 18.
I thought you were like around our age though, very intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we passed all his classes.
You're not missing nothing.
But yo, that's
That's
actually
That's a good joke. Passing all my classes. That's pretty funny.
Never mind.
Nah, high school is easy, especially senior year, bro.
I'm
I'm
senior
not saying
year was
it's
hard,
hard.
but senior right
No,
was
no.
I did
Oh
not
no,
feel like
it's
that.
definitely not hard. I'm just
That's what I'm
lazy.
saying.
Hold up, it's that John.
Where are you at?
Yeah, where?
That's that New York
I thought
City
you were
shit.
babysitting.
Nah, but we kind of got off topic then.
Yeah, we
bro.
definitely are not talking
Oh,
about the rappers.
okay.
I guess I'll talk about it. So I think for a fact I do this sometimes. I think that's why Turon was trying to play me just now. Like, because my favorite rapper is Herbo. Everybody knows that.
I love it.
But I'll admit that Herb's music isn't always the best, and
Couldn't even
like
get my
you
album
ain't never gonna
released.
say that to me though, because I'm gonna defend him to the end of it. So I feel like
I know I was saying it.
I can respect the whole idea of people will just defend the artist simply because they favorite artists. Like, it's songs that Herb done put out recently even, or that was on this last album that I didn't like that. But I'm never gonna say that directly to anybody like Tyjee or any of you other haters.
You gonna defend that nigga to the end? Why?
Because he's the fucking GOAT.
See, I'll just say it with Cardi, because Cardi's a fucking GOAT.
What? No, wait, stop.
A$AP Rocky is a GOAT. Big All Gang, my nigga, like.
Wait,
if you
how
don't
we
know
go
what
from
that
talking
is-
about Herb to Cardi? Can we just back it up? Like,
Oh,
let's not even
okay. That's her GOAT. My GOAT is Cardi, though. It's okay. You
I
can your GOAT.
I respect that. I respect that. I
Who's your
respect
GOAT?
that.
Soldier, right?
Right, come on.
My GOAT is Cardi, though. Playboy Cardi and A$AP Rocky. Those my GOATs. Yes,
Playboy Cardi.
Playboy
Yeah,
Cardi
yeah,
and
Big
Cardi,
Cardi,
that's
yeah.
your thing.
Big
See,
slap.
Playboy Cardi, I'll take it back
Wipe a nigga
now.
nose.
I'll take it all the way
Yes,
back.
sir.
For me, I don't really be caring, to be honest. Like, if I like the song, I like the song.
But like, you don't got like go to artists like who's like niggas you
That you
never
bump
got the
every
ass
day.
Oh,
off.
no. All right, so for me, one of my favorite artists is Meek Mill.
That's a fact. I forgot.
Yeah.
Add me to my list.
Yeah, real life. But he's dropped some shit that I didn't like. And it's shit that I won't listen to. Like, Chains Worth More Than Money, I didn't really like it like that. I mean, it was alright. You won't see me defend. If somebody talking shit about it, you won't see me defending them about it. But Dreams and Nightmares? Nah, you can't say shit to me about that. Because, yeah.
That's a classic right there. Niggas know what time that is when that song come on.
Exactly. Well, I'm just talking about the whole album.
Yeah.
That whole album. You couldn't say shit to me about it.
That's gotta be top 10 champions.
Yeah.
Bro, no
Yeah,
fun shit.
That's
Bro,
gotta be top 10.
Yo, no fun shit. Now I think about, bro, you don't know how many words I went to about, like, you know, when Meek and Drake is beefing, bro. I was defending me. Like, Meek is really like the.
Oh, yeah,
GOAT.
Oh, I was on Drake's side. I'm not about to hold down. Remember that whole shit. I was on Drake's side, but Meek is
He
fire.
don't write his raps. He's not better than Meek, bro. We're not gonna do that.
But Drake is not ass. That's the thing.
He's
You
not
kinda make
ass,
us feel
but
like
he's
he's
not
ass.
Right, it's one thing to be
No.
ass and another thing to
Yeah.
not write your own music.
And
You can
that's
say
how
he's
we
not a
got that.
talented writer or lyricist, but that doesn't mean he's
That
an
nigga's
ass
fire. He makes
entertainer.
history with each song he drops.
Drake.
I think I was on Drake's side because it was the media.
I feel like I was on Drake's side.
Yeah, Drake is an
because,
act.
you
Let him
know,
know. Yeah.
that
Drake
was,
is an
everybody
actor,
was on
yeah.
Drake's side.
For real, it's acting.
And-
He said
he put out a couple
songs.
songs.
Trigger fingers turned into Twitter fingers. He killed the whole game. right
That's
then and there.
fire as a bitch to you?
That's not fire.
Because there's so many other rap battles that we can talk about. If we don't talk about
Yeah,
rap battles.
that's not
Like, we
even
can talk about
actually
Ether.
really
Ether was the
good,
best
bro.
rapper.
That's not
Hold on,
what I was
so-
going- No, let me finish.
Oh,
my
no,
point.
you got
So in that aspect, when they were arguing, that's when I'm saying that's fire because they was already going at it. Then you got the whole media. Then he said trigger fingers turn into Twitter
Nobody
fingers.
wanna admit that.
Mind you, they was arguing on Twitter. That shit is fire.
You know how me
That shit
killed
is
him?
fire.
You know how me killed him, bro? When he did that, what's that shit he dropped? And he was like, I'm with the girl, like, you know, he was with Nicki Minaj, Count Money. That's Drake's dream girl, you feel me? You got your dream girl, and he's killing you on a rap
First of all,
song.
Drake was smashing Nicki Minaj for years. We all know that. So he didn't care that much.
Alright, so.
Y'all about to sit here and say y'all don't think they was smashing
with
for
no
all them
lyric.
10 years.
Twitter fingers should
I feel like they were.
Drake was in love with that lady.
I feel like they were, because you're not all that far
She-
for ass for all that time. Y'all never
She
did.
definitely was Drake. Drake
I mean,
definitely.
he is a soft type. Drake is that type of
I
dude.
think
though.
Drake definitely got little bro to Nicki.
He got in the front zone. I couldn't do that, bro.
He was trying to fight out. He didn't even give up.
Cause I remember the song he said, me and Nicki getting married today.
He wasn't done it.
Nigga thought he was, bro, you know how I felt bad for him, bro? That nigga Safari, bro. Just imagine all them
He
niggas
just went
on the girl
outside.
trails, bro.
I forgot they used to
He
fuck with
did
each
that to
other, bro.
himself, though.
I see.
He went
Safari
outside.
was the funniest nigga.
I
He
swear.
corny as shit.
Swear.
Nah, alright, so going back to the Drake and Meek Mill beef, in terms of them being cool again, that's cool, but Meek Mill, it's a flag on the play. When he said me and Drizzy back to back, you can't. Alright, so in the battle, right, everybody said Drake won, because of back to back. You can't reference that, bro. That's like saying, like, that's like talking to your homeboy that y'all just fought, you know what I'm saying? And you just like, remember the time you beat my ass in front of the whole school? Like, nah, you can't. No, bro. You can't reference that.
You reminisce on the bad times. It becomes funny.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, niggas
All
want.
the time though, you let it go.
Yeah, that's true, but niggas still want a Grammy though off your diss. Like, you feel me, bro? That's not.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Said the Grammys. Who knows?
The Grammy sucked.
I probably do. I don't know watching that. I'm
It was
just
a
saying.
fake cough.
Those are your 2 coughs.
It was a
Yeah, listen, that was a fake
Yeah, 2 cough minutes.
Yeah,
Cough no more for the rest of the episode.
It was fake. It was fake.
That Corona, no, it's
I don't want no Rona.
Nah, but who you
Don't worry, we don't want
I'll
to
be acting too. That was fake.
Nah, but who you go to, rapper Boom? Let them know. Like, who's that one person you like? You can't say he's ass.
Lil Wayne or Jadakiss.
Oh yeah,
Lil Wayne,
Jadakiss.
Jadakiss.
Yo, niggas don't give Lil Wayne enough respect.
People
bro.
don't give Jadakiss enough respect too.
Yeah, but they don't.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I feel like a lot of younger people aren't giving Jadakiss respect. If people who grew up with hip hop are gonna give Jadakiss respect.
Same with Lil Wayne. I grew up. We all grew up with Lil Wayne. We all in the same like age group. And shit.
Like, we was 10 years
I
old.
definitely think
Yeah,
there's people.
Lil Wayne.
I definitely think there's people in my age, probably not younger than 15, who are gonna credit Wayne, but 16 and up should still be crediting Wayne because we grew up still listening.
Dedication.
To Wayne.
Yeah, Dedication was crazy. Wait,
Sorry
what was
for
his
the wait.
last album? His
Yeah.
last
Card 5.
Car 5.
I think so. Yeah, the one with freaking what's the one song that they play everywhere?
Uproar.
Oh yeah,
I be knowing music, but I don't be knowing that.
Alright, hold up, real quick. Just about Uproar though. In an interview, he said that he don't remember recording Green Ranger with J. Cole, and that's the same beat that he used on Uproar. So like, I can't respect Uproar like that because I don't remember one of the best tracks you ever recorded with J. Cole. So yeah,
But Lil Wayne
I'm
don't.
just tight about that.
But Lil Wayne don't be known like who these rappers is. Like he thought 21 Savage is like 21 Savages. You feel me? Like he really don't be paying attention to none of that shit. Like he be in his own world.
Off the fucking drugs. You can see that shit.
Yeah,
He
he
been doing
definitely.
drugs for mad long, bro.
Yeah, he looked bad now.
Mad long.
Out. The hair
Mad
looked.
long.
Hair looked bad.
I definitely know, like when I think of Lil Wayne, I think of him to be like the nicest, like corniest, like dad joke rapper.
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to him, a lot of his bars be like punchlines. You hear dad go, "Hey, you
Yeah,
know,
he's like the cool-
it'd be a
shit.
punk,
Yeah.
like, but it worked for Wayne. Like I would listen to him and I go, "Yo, he did not just make that work."
That's dope though. Not a lot of people do that.
Nah, you know what's crazy, bro? When I was listening to Lil Wayne, like when I was younger and shit, he used to say shit I never really got. Like you feel me? Went over my like lollipop, bro. Like we thought that's a lollipop. I'm thinking it's a lollipop. You go back and shit.
I know.
I
I knew what it was.
See, that's y'all problem. But y'all going up too fast.
Because I wasn't stupid. I wasn't ignorant. I knew what it was.
Y'all was going
Okay,
too
I didn't
fast.
know what it was until like I hit like 12 years old.
Yeah,
So I was
13.
like, 12, 13, and you
But
start
that's-
realizing like, what is a lollipop?
But that came out in 2009. We was 9 years old. That's not what we was thinking about. You feel me?
Right, we was
Okay,
like,
okay.
I was 11. I
was
knew
like,
exactly.
You
what he was
positive or is
Yeah, it
that
came out 2009 because a million on them came in 2009.
I could have swore I was singing that in like kindergarten, so no way it came out.
It came out in 2009 or before that, bro. That's when the whole Young Money shit was going on.
Young Money that did start 09 up.
Because
2010.
2011 was like Chief Keef and them, and I was not listening to Lil Wayne like that no more, bro. Like,
Yo, what was his first? I feel like this one song put Lil Wayne on the map. I'm forgetting what it's called, but we all know it.
Go DJ?
no.
No.
But that shit, it was like when he was with that group. I can't remember the
Which
name.
one put
You know what's up?
Like the twerking song, back that ass or something like that.
It's something like that.
For records of the 99, 2000.
I think so. I don't know.
Oh,
But it
yeah,
put him on the
yeah,
map. Word to Bro that shit put him on the map.
What song?
It was the shit with the Hot Boys.
What the fuck is the nigga name?
It's like that. It's a nice beat.
I don't think it was Juvenile. What's the Juvenile?
Yeah, it was the Hot Boys, Turk and them niggas.
How does the beat go though?
I don't know. I can't even figure it right now.
That was
Yo,
more
I remember how the
Juvenile
music
song.
video
Huh?
goes.
That was more Juvenile song.
Yeah, but that's what Lil Wayne. Oh no, that Bling Bling song, the Bling Bling shit.
I'm
That
trying to look up the
They heard about Wayne's. It's like his dreads was short. That's when he was Birdman Jr. That nigga, he been. He just got better as he was.
Are you thinking of Back That Thing Up?
Yeah, I think
Back
that's
that
it.
ass up. That was
Girl, I like when you back that
He was
thing.
featured on that, but that was
shit still
Juvenile
pretty cool.
I think.
But that's a Hot Boy song, like the group that he was in before he became Lil
The
Wayne.
whole time that
That
was
was
Juvenile
Juvenile
song.
Yeah, it was Juvenile song.
And I was gonna say I don't think that's what she was
the song I'm
talking about.
Oh.
If you just
Juvenile
type in,
sparked that wave. He had a bitch of shaking shit.
I said that shit still play today. You see that? We just started twerking.
Just type in like early Lil Wayne or something.
Nah, but let's keep the conversation going though. Tyjee, who's your like rapper that you defend? While we look.
My top 3.
No, the one that you defend.
Oh, man, I defend all 3. I'm not even gonna hold you because niggas say playing on their name. But my first one is Nicki Minaj. Don't fucking play with me. Don't
Sorry.
fucking
What's
play
that
with
one?
me.
If we talking about old Nicki Minaj, yeah.
Oh, man, you.
Nah,
First of
industry.
Nicki
stop
Minaj,
doing
what?
some
What you
bullshit.
about to say?
Industry Nicki
Stop
Minaj.
it,
This is
stop
bullshit.
it.
I swear, I hate Nicki Minaj.
Hey, I don't like the Nicki.
Nicki Minaj is.
Old Nicki is the only Nicki that I accept.
Nicki
I don't
Minaj
really
is one of the
mess
best
with-
things that's ever happened to female rap.
That is a fact though. She didn't leave her mark. She
Period.
did. She did.
Yeah.
Yo, you shout at Barry's gang, whatever Cardi B gang. That's how I'm
You
rolling.
don't even know what it's called. You just want to hate on Nicki.
Cardi
Like
doesn't
that is the
write her own
corniest
music.
thing ever. Like
What I tell you, I rock with Meek Mill, bro.
Cardi
Nicki
B
Minaj is
got
like,
bars.
she better stay on that side.
Like,
Who?
Migos.
Migos,
Like, those is really my niggas. Like, don't.
like all
Don't
three.
play with me.
All right,
All
well,
3 of them. All 3 of them.
All three.
all right, wait. Who your favorite Migo?
What's it?
Like,
Who's your favorite Migo?
it gotta be
Don't say the wrong
Takeoff.
That's a prize.
Take
I
off.
respect Takeoff got bars.
Yeah, Takeoff got fired. Takeoff
Low key. I thought she was gonna say
Wait,
Offset.
I was like, yeah, mine is definitely Offset.
Mine is definitely.
Nah, I fuck with Takeoff. I like his. He slept.
Mine, I always change it.
He low key is
Right.
the best
Right.
lyricist. He always
Yeah,
slept
he
on.
be saying
Come on
some shit
now.
like this. He
And
quiet.
who's your
What was your
third?
third one?
Ghana.
Ghana.
That's a prize.
People not really been talking about him that much because he supposed to be having a project coming out, but nobody really looking forward
Is that
to
the
it.
nigga that got rich in 6 months?
Nah, that's Stunner.
Ghana was on. He was doing all the songs that
Niggas
niggas.
rose to the
Yo,
top.
you don't know, you don't know it's Gunna, the nigga that signed to Young Thug and shit?
He was doing all them songs with Lil Baby. He was doing all them songs with Lil Baby last year.
Because if you talking about the fat nigga dripper John, that nigga dripping.
Come on,
He's
stop it.
his tap.
Stop it. And he just came in the game for like, what, 3.5 years now. Come on, stop it. Your
Wait,
favorite
Gunna
rapper
got 3 years in?
For real?
Where I been at?
Yeah, ain't nobody been listening for that long.
Gunna got 3?
Nah, Dripper John fired though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Come on
But
now.
you know, but I ain't gonna lie.
3 or 2?
No, I think Gunna got like 2 years.
I feel like he been out. He just wasn't that hype for like until the past couple years.
Because when Dripper John dropped, that's when he started.
Dripper John was definitely 2018. That was definitely 2018.
Yeah, 18, 19, 20.
Cause Lil
Yeah,
Uzi
that's
came
a
out.
fact, that's a
Lil
fact.
Uzi came out 2017. We was not talking about Gunna, man.
Well, we said
No, Uzi came out in 2016.
2016. That's like 2016 was
Because I was
such a
still in high
year.
school. I was still in high school.
Yeah,
No, no, no,
2016
I
was
think
one of
it
the
was
best
15.
years.
Bro, I don't know,
It
bro.
might have been 15.
No, yeah,
It might have been
15.
15. Because 7 a.m. was in 15.
Yeah,
Yeah, 7 a.m. came out with
Yeah,
the
Uzi was
I
15.
heard about him in like
That was
2016, 2017. He had that summer lit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, he was in the 2016 class. He was in the
That
freshman
summer-
class in 2016.
Nothing can ever compare to 2016. I'm sorry.
2014 was kind of lit for music too, though.
Yeah.
No cap.
All the time. Because like 2016 was like.
Uzi come out. I said, what?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When Uzi first came out, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, I'm not even like listen to his music. Like, it just like
It was so
like,
different.
It was
His
different.
style,
Cause
yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
2016 was so different for today.
Like, it was like, bro,
I feel like
it
Lil Uzi
shaped the way
carried
we
it
listen
though.
to
Like,
music.
I
Bro,
feel like he carried it.
I'm looking at niggas like Famous Destiny. Y'all like, yo, this shit is like
Yeah.
niggas is weird,
Nah, I was
bro.
very
Like,
Famous
niggas weird,
Destiny.
bro.
The first song I heard by Uzi was P's and Q's, and it sounded
Yeah,
like
same.
the Chef Boyardee commercial. And then somebody made a video with the Chef Boyardee commercial with his song in the background. I was
That's
like,
fire.
Yo, that's
Oh, that is a fact, because other guy don't came out in 2016, because I remember
I remember what.
I remember that song, Bitch I Be My Me. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy.
Mommy,
Like-
hey, I be. Ah, that shit was sweet, man. No cap.
Nah, but I remember like, yo, I'm like, bro, this kid kind of like, who puts this on the song? You don't even think shit in your head, but like, my man went to the studio and had confidence. Like, the nigga said some bullshit. Like, I wouldn't fuck Beyonce. Like, nigga, are you crazy? But that shit was heat. I did that to him.
He ain't the only one.
Also in 2016, that's when I heard Playboy Cardi for the first time. I said, oh,
Yeah, Magnolia and
What
stuff.
song was it?
Magnolia.
That's the
Yo,
song.
that's not Kodak Black came out too.
Yeah, Kodak Black was trying to
that
come up.
I was in
around
high school at the
yeah.
time.
It was
I feel
Kodak.
like it was
Cardi,
my
remember
senior
they were all
year,
on the
junior
XXL
year.
Oh, that, yo.
They was all on
Yeah,
XXL shit.
2016
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
2016 was
that music,
crazy.
that music was
That's what
lit.
I'm saying.
That
It was
music
crazy. It was a
So,
whole new generation.
2014 like had a lot of like good ass songs, but then like 2016 was like shaped the way music is now. Like
It was the
like people
beginning
like
of, like, our
Uzi and stuff
generation,
started coming
yeah.
up in 16, and then I feel like 2014 was like the last music like year of really good music from before, and then 2016 is like a little
Our
different.
generation, literally, it's our generation.
Oh,
music,
you know,
like-
I think it's definitely the all the even years because even 18 had a lot of good music. Like
17 did too. 2017.
What?
I didn't really like the
2017 was went
I
up.
think the
Like
only
what?
standout from 17, like the only standouts that I listened to from 17, I listened to Kendrick a lot more in 2017 because he dropped Damn, and I started listening to Joey Badass because his project came out the week before Kendrick's. Other than that, I ain't played nobody else in 2017. I started listening to X more.
I started listening to SZA. I think SZA.
Yeah,
2017 was when she came up, right?
Like like 17 is usually the more subdued years, but it's definitely the even years where people are full swing. Like, all right, everybody's about to give you something. They're in the even years, but the odd years are just
meh.
a little more,
man,
and plateau.
So you said even years is the when niggas give you fine music?
Yeah, I feel like on them odd
Alright,
years,
so
a lot of
boom, you gotta
people.
go crazy 2020. This is the even year, right? Yeah, boom, gotta go crazy 2020.
We got.
Man.
You rap or you sing? You rap.
I can do it. I mean music. I can rap or I can sing.
Okay,
So,
that's something I respect.
Oh, Tyjee be rapping too? I forgot.
Yeah, me-
Why don't
yeah.
you take it serious?
Listen,
Me and Tyjee about to write a song whole
Listen,
time.
I've been writing.
The whole time I wrote my verse, but it's in my broken phone, so I gotta write another one.
She's a
I've been writing too, so music coming soon. Stay tuned for that.
Right, use another
Fact.
one.
I mean,
Gamblin taught me.
If you fuck with BK the Ruler, that's the type of vibe we're gonna give y'all. We back.
Yeah. So just all right. So well, I'm just gonna.
Y'all was doing this smooth.
It was busting, boy. Stop playing.
Yeah, but we
There was a
back.
unison, so it was. We had to pause for that. Right?
Yeah. All right. So I'm definitely just gonna jump right into this, and say that there is a double standard when addressing the colorism that exists in the black community. I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now that dark-skinned women get a lot of unnecessary hate for no reason. I mean, y'all just be chilling, being y'all beautiful selves, and y'all catch some heat. And queens. And but what goes unnoticed and like everybody unanimously seems to take to this is the clowning of light-skinned men, where it's got to the point where I see light-skinned men clown light-skinned men. I see non-black people of color clown light-skinned men, and nobody will say anything. Like it's been a popular thing going on where it's like dark-skinned men deserve something, and then light-skinned men get something that's lesser than that, and it's just like, colorism's so funny. Like it just completely flies under people's radars, and nobody will necessarily speak up. And if somebody does go for it, people will react to that post, and they'll maybe leave a comment, and then there's no conversation from there. And I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna be out here comparing the plight of light-skinned men to that of dark-skinned women. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that there is an unfair balance of attention, maybe where one is almost completely being ignored. Even people who are light-skinned men are trying to distance themselves from that by going, "Hey, I don't behave like that," because they don't want to be they don't want to be called out and ridiculed. So it sucks because then now we beefing with ourselves to not be clowned by the rest of our community, which is it's bad. It's painful.
I feel like
at the least.
Alright, go ahead. Yeah, his hand
part
up
of the
first.
joke.
We in school.
No, let him go first because he had his hand up first.
Oh, no, that's you.
Be cool and fuck it. I'm a strong
Yeah, it's
dude,
gonna go
man.
We should probably do
Alright,
that
yeah,
anyways.
go in order.
because we
Yeah,
be all
go in
talking
order.
over each
Everybody
other.
put an input.
Facts.
I mean, it's like everybody got representatives, basically. Let's say how Trump represents America. To any other country, representative, they think that's how they think of America already.
Yeah.
So we don't control the media, so the shit we get fed is like that. You see light-skinned dudes taking pictures in the bubble bath. One dude had on the fitted, really it was backwards, and he was laying in the water, he had the back of the hat actually in the bubble bath. And he was cooling. There was another light-skinned dude they just had doing a complete split, looking back at the camera. When you see these things, it's a different kind of stereotype. We watching light-skinned dudes put on this image.
Yeah.
Even Drake get clowned for this shit.
Curry too.
I was thinking that.
We watching light-skinned dudes put on this image. With dark-skinned females, it's like nobody seen you do anything.
Yeah.
Nobody even had to share a picture of ugly female. It's just somebody put up a stat like light skinned females look better than dark skinned.
Yeah.
I feel like
some dark skinned motherfuckers that's like.
But like, what's crazy to me, like I even said this before, like it be dudes that be darker than midnight out here trying to make fun of dark skinned women for no reason. Like everybody just want to make
it's a stigma. It's definitely instilled in them, like based on like all. If you grow up and everything you see on TV is one thing, and it's always showing you that that's what's beautiful, and it's not what you look like, you're gonna automatically think that what you look like is not beautiful.
Trash, word.
And especially if everyone on TV that we're showing is beautiful is blonde hair, blue eyes, then automatically that's what's gonna look better to us.
That's Hitler mindset.
That's just how you grow up.
That joke is just
If
sad.
that's how you raised, then that's how you.
No.
look.
I'm talking about the blonde hair, blue eyes.
No, I feel you.
That's a Hitler thing.
That joke is
Yeah,
sad.
Aryan
It's like,
mindset, all that.
while they be clowning us dark skin, even black women in general that get clowned, it's like, bro, we match y'all struggle though. Like, no one will ever understand you like a black woman will understand you, but that's what people fail to realize. These white females, I'm sorry, they're not gonna understand you like we understand you, you know? We go through the same shit. That's like a different type of like, you know, like aspect to it, but that's just one aspect I like to touch on.
I really only like wanted to talk about this, you know, like I said before, not because I wanna you know, move the light from one thing onto the other, but just to open it up, because, you know, like you were saying, there are like light skinned men who have made that image of to make it easy for us to be clowned just for being of a lighter skin tone. But it's like you can't fault the whole bunch of apples just because two got brown spots, you know.
The way I see it, I feel like a lot of it, from what I'm seeing, a lot of it just be jokes.
Yeah.
Which is what I mean, but
jokes are cool as long as you know they're jokes. But when they're that heavily repetitive, I mean, because at one point someone's going, "Oh, I mean, we just joking with dark skinned women. Of course we love them." But after a while, you get akin to how much those jokes aren't jokes. They got to be coming from somewhere.
You're repeatedly doing this repeatedly, but yet you still love us.
So,
it's like some double meaning type.
And that's what I'm trying to call attention to. Is like is it that?
I see no light skinned nigga just call him gay. Like, it's not gonna be that. It's not.
Yeah, like
the jokes really be general with stuff like that. It's just because half the time, like if you see a light skinned dude do something feminine or something wrong. Then you'll crack the joke. Oh, that's that light skin shit.
Yeah,
you don't just walk up the street and be like, oh, that's that light skin shit.
Yeah, you see, with that, I'll go, yo, perfectly fine. I'm gonna laugh at that. But I guess I should have started with this. It becomes a bigger issue when it's a preference thing, where you're going, I prefer this because so and so be doing, and then attach a negative thing to it. That's when it specifically becomes an issue. Yeah, it's not a joke no more when you are explaining your preference by putting down something else. That's when I go, okay, yeah, you're not joking no more. You're now being colorist.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to draw attention to, because that's what I'll see when people try to code as jokes, and I go, no, that's colorist as heck, and you're trying to front your way around it, and people go and laugh at it. You go get your share. But at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, you just said some crazy junk, and you can't tell me that I can't be offended to that because my skin lighter than you. I'm not no less black than you are.
He'll be right.
Exactly. That is a fact.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to like the light skinned man versus like dark skinned man, I think that's more of a joke. Like that niggas not really gonna take that personal. When you be out there like, yo, light skin, like dark skinned females are dirty and shit, that's more like you really like you trying to like downgrade them. Feel me? Yeah. Like you could say, oh, that's some light skinned female shit, but then your niggas be saying like, oh, dark skinned girls is not cute inside that, light skinned girl. Like that's like you downgrading your own kind, bro.
And then on top of that, it's like it seems
like your mom be dark skinned most of the time. Niggas that be saying that shit.
And the thing is, like a lot of black female friends that I have be saying that. It's like y'all be talking so much shit, but it's like you wouldn't say that about your mom, though. Like, say for example, a dude would be like, oh, like you fat and black and you mad dark or something, but it's like.
Your mom
no disrespect, but like, what if your mom's the same thing? What if she's black and she's on the chubbier side? You would never say that shit about her. You look up to her like she's a queen, right? Treat us the same thing. Treat us the same way. We no different. I don't know if y'all got where I was coming from, but
I feel you.
You got a part in it. Even at my job, a boy I don't know if it's a compliment or what. He says, I don't usually compliment dark-skinned girls, but you pretty. What the fuck is that?
You're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. That's not a compliment.
That's not a compliment.
That's like, bro, you really think that way.
That's crazy.
That right there is microaggression. I forget what the subterm for it is, but that's a backhand comment where the person deserves to be backhanded. Like that is some crazy.
No, Cat.
That's
I didn't know what to say. I was like, I thank you, I guess. Like, why do you even respond to that?
for a black girl. Like, what is that even supposed to mean? I'm cute for
Like,
like
I-
black women are supposed to be ugly.
Like I don't usually date black girls, but you cute.
But you cute, or like I talk to you, but I don't really talk to black girls, but I talk to you, okay? But I wouldn't talk to
Like
you.
I would
just
talk to
that.
you,
Like,
but
so
you know, you
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
you a little.
You can't be
you
thinking
dark
like that.
skin.
Yeah,
What?
no,
Yep.
you gotta be.
But if you gonna say, bro, the thing, if you gonna tell a girl she's pretty, you gotta tell her like she's the prettiest girl in the world, not like she's
don't
cute for
gotta-
like a certain category. I like saying, oh,
Everything
you're
else so
pretty.
segregated.
Like,
Like if you pretty, but if you was
separated,
lighter,
right?
you
no,
way
that's like saying you pretty, but you the prettiest girl in Rochester, Europe. Why can't she be the prettiest girl in America?
Right? Why does everything have to be
like
separated?
you limited to like you put her in a box? That's not cool.
I feel like a lot of shit is so separated, even with like sports and stuff. Like everything is just always so separated and like segregated.
And that's the black problem right there. Like,
That shit is crazy.
You
like
see, don't nobody else do that shit. Like
Oh, yeah.
from day one, they have each other back, and they like let's say the kid fuck up or something. Sure, they might behind closed doors yell at him or something, but in front of everybody else, they gonna defend them no matter what. Black people don't do that for each other. We'll break each other down before we
Literally.
defend. We will
Rochester is
say
a
that
perfect
you're
example.
wrong before we say that you were
Rochester
right.
is a perfect example.
Oh, he
with
probably
artists.
do that shit.
Yeah.
We don't never have each other back.
I'm gonna say though that black people aren't the only race to have the colorist thing. Like it's definitely big in the in the more Caribbean Hispanic regions where colorism is huge there, and even in Asian communities colorism is huge there. Like they see darker skinned Asians as poorer and not as able bodied and whatnot because they're outside working. So they favor lighter Asians and stuff like that. So that colorism exists, and I hate to have to do this. I don't want to alienate nobody, but I'm gonna just say that's the white man fault, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna go deeper.
It is. I mean, there is no need to be.
We just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, we just gonna leave it at that.
That's exactly what.
It's the white man fault.
Yeah, no,
But that's what I was saying though. Like, that's it. That we gonna leave it at that.
You gotta partially pardon people for stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
you can't give them a complete pass, but like that's all training to us. So you gotta think
Yeah.
about even down to like the media. When you think about people, when niggas say if you didn't watch this movie, you not black. It's always the hood movies where it's killing black people.
Yeah, where something negative going on.
Crackheads,
if you don't eat chicken, you're not black.
If you don't eat watermelon, you're not black.
You
I'm
go,
allergic to
and I saw some shit on Facebook. Like they had some shit on Facebook with just 2 screenshots. All they Googled was black teenagers and white teenagers. They Googled black teenagers and they popped up with mug shots. White teenagers was all in group pictures with footballs, and
soccer fields,
Yeah.
all
That
that.
shit crazy.
That's a fact.
You just Google black teenagers, it's a whole bunch of
That's a
random
fact.
faces on their mug shots. Like it's just the shit that they throw in front of you first. Like, they control the media, so they're literally training you mentally. That's your strongest weapon that you have. It don't matter though. Oh, shit.
And that connects to how you said how we see ourselves on TV as we grow up. Black men are always showing on mugshots on the news. That's all you see black men as.
Or gay.
Unless you're an NBA player or a singer or whatever, that's the only like
And even then, as
credit
soon as
they
they
give.
can,
But
they
you're-
gonna throw that out
That's the
there.
game.
And then another thing is when it comes to that, it's like no matter what you do, I feel like you're always just gonna be a black person to like white folks. Going back to that, but that's all I'm gonna say. I just feel like you'll just always be black. And that Jay-Z song, what song is it? 444.
Still nigga.
Oh no, I forgot.
Was it? No, I think it is 444. He said something like that. Like you'll just always be black. It doesn't matter. You could be the richest black man in the world. You'll always be a nigger.
Oh, that was the OJ.
Listen to that. Listen
Story
to
of
that.
OJ.
Yeah, that's the song I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
But this topic, like, I really hate this topic so much, like, because, like, my mom, she's from, like, the islands and stuff, like you were saying, with, like, the Caribbeans and stuff. She's from Bermuda, and my cousins live over there and stuff. So, like, whenever, like, they go to school and stuff, like, my youngest cousin, she's, like, the darkest one, and then, like, my middle cousin, she's a lot lighter than her. And, like, a lot of people, like, especially, like, with the adults and stuff, you could see them, like, showing a lot more favoritism towards her simply because of that. And it's, like, when they were younger, you couldn't tell as much, but, like, as they get older, it's more and more obvious that they're, like, telling them that she's the pretty one.
Yeah.
And, like, trying to change the way she is to where she, at one point, didn't think that she was beautiful. Just like how the girl was going all over the internet about how she told her hairdresser that she thought she was ugly because everybody told her she was ugly and stuff.
What was that?
Like,
Oh, yeah.
her name, Ariana, I believe her name
And she was telling her how she was
Yeah,
beautiful
she was
and
telling
stuff,
her she was telling her that you should think that you're beautiful, you're the most beautiful girl in the world, and that like really spoke to me because I was telling my cousins the same shit like 2 years ago because they was having the same problem like with their own parents because
That's
it gets to the
crazy,
point where they think in their own mind that this one child looks better than this one, so we gonna change this one so she looks more like that one. Sure, we still love her. We're not gonna tell her we don't love her or nothing. We do love our child, but we would have wanted her to come out lighter because we know that she had better advantages like that, or she would look better like that. Like, that's all just that, like we were saying, when you grow up, the way you grow up, shit you see, that's how they brainwash like that.
And then piggybacking off of that, I'm sorry, I'm talking mad much, but if they just keep coming, like that, ideas keep coming. Piggybacking off of that, with this generation, I think what's favored is light-skinned females with nice curly hair. That's favored in this generation. Well, not even this generation. I feel like that's been favored for a while.
That's been a favorite thing for a while.
Yeah, because that's the closest you can get to like, the
closer,
other end of the spectrum.
The lighter you are, the prettier you are. The more coarse your hair is, the more prettier it is, you know. But with black females, the darker the skin, the uglier you are. The more curly and kinkier your hair is, the more nappy it is, the more ugly it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you gonna do with that hair? I feel like that's another thing. That's like very negative. Like, say like you have your natural hair out, somebody be like, "What you doing with your hair?" Or something like, you need to put that away. That's another like self-hate.
I'm not doing nothing.
We definitely need to stop saying nappy.
Yes.
When we're talking about hair, we need to stop saying it. And I was gonna talk about what you're saying, like piggyback what I was saying from with the Caribbean topic, like that. No conspiracy. Like, it literally is like white people's fault. Like if you know anything about just history and like the white colonization of the Caribbean, they built their social classes off of skin tone. So the darker you were, boom, you are the bottom class.
That's why there's so much skin.
Oh no! We're not getting shut down. I'm educating. This is in the textbook.
You can find this. This is 100% fact. That's why there's so much like skin bleaching and stuff like this, because they want to look lighter. Like, they feel like that
textbooks. Like the bottom class. Look. It was so crazy. They were importing Africans and then say, "Yo, now you the bottom."
But y'all imported us, though. Y'all came and took us from our home. We was chilling. Like,
it was pure Europeans. It was second generation white people who were born in the Caribbean, and then it was mixed people, the natives that were there, black people. That was their social hierarchy across the entire Caribbean. Which is why it's so much tension. Where people point this out to Dominicans for the last couple of years, like, yo, you're black, especially if they're like, y'all complexion, like, yo, you're black. They'll go, no, I'm not, because that social hierarchy has existed for hundreds of years in the Caribbean.
Because they'd rather be anything but black.
And that's what I go, white man fault. And that sounds like some crazy conspiracy to say. It's not, but
simplest way to put it.
I'm saying it in the most blunt, down to earth, straightforward way I can say it. Like, that is literally colonization, white man fault. And I hope rip your coupling is like burning in hell for writing that damn poem.
Even the way you were saying that it was like offensive or saying that it was going to shut us down, it's crazy because it's like, that's the truth. Yeah. That's what they want us not to know. That's exactly why we would get shut down. Exactly. So like, it all connects. You just gotta find your answers and shit.
That's what I told people. And I know this is a random ass switch on the topic, but I told people that same shit about Bill Cosby. That nigga tried to buy CBS, and then I tried to charge this man for all the rape charges.
Word. Bill Cosby always been kind of creepy.
Second day one, he was doing a lot of weird stuff.
A little something was off.
We just locked them, so we trust him with our kids, but we probably shouldn't have.
Let's just say that he was doing that bullshit.
Yeah.
You really wait until he tell everybody his plan. I want to control the media. He buying one of the biggest network companies and telling people, I just want control of the media. My people don't have control of the media. Now all of a sudden you getting all these bitches talking out the
right
bush.
Now all of a sudden everybody knows. So you didn't know all these 30 years.
I literally said that to my parents.
I would agree with you if it was untrue. But
that doesn't mean they weren't hiding it.
But it's like,
I feel like when it first happened, they buried the story. Why did you wait so long to bring it up?
Everybody talk one time.
But like a lot of people who are victims of sexual assault don't ever speak up right away. So a lot of them, like for the first person to speak up, they probably got so fed up with the fact that this man felt like he had enough wealth and power in the world to buy out a major media outlet, and that was a tipping point for them. And then after that made more people want to come out. And while it looks shady, as if it's some underworking thing, and which is why I said if it was false, I would have went, okay, yeah, y'all only spoke up because he was making that move. Right. But the fact that they was able to convict him for it, and even if the conviction went weird and stuff like that,
what does that mean?
Because
that's literally their court system.
Yeah,
the same media he's talking about.
Because they could have been the ones who buried the story in the first place.
I knew you was about to say that. And again, and that's where it gets even. I'm playing devil's advocate here, like we said earlier.
Yeah, in the middle.
Yeah, like I don't want to ever feel like I'm victim blaming, because again, we don't know exactly what happened, but if it was a fair court system, so now I'm going idealistic and we're hypothetical. If it was a truly fair, like we had a truly fair justice system, and everything happened the way that it did, we get there, the women come out, they say, hey. You roofied me and then had sex with me and blah blah blah, whatever they accused them of, and the conviction went through. I don't blame them for coming out when they did, because they came out as they see him try to continue being some powerful person. After a while they would have got fed up. Like, okay, you know what? I'm shooting you down right here. I can't let you keep going for however long I let you go. If it turns out they were lying. Yeah, that completely looks like you're just being a cold-hearted, shady person, and there's some backdrop thing. But that's in a perfect hypothetical, clear world.
Yeah, that's
in
your world.
Yeah,
point is you won't be able to prove it either.
Yeah, but there are, like, I only said this because I don't ever wanna, like, just that argument of why people go, why do women who've been assaulted wait? I can't attach to that. Because it's hard for victims to come out and say anything right away.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But I get where you're coming from with that, because the whole aspect of actually talking about that after it happens is hard as fuck. Some people don't ever tell nobody, or wait months and months and years to tell somebody. And I know, it was a whole big thing here when this happened a month or two ago with a girl, and everybody was saying why she didn't tell somebody before. And that's when it's hard to tell somebody. But
speak up.
I mean, we're never gonna know if he really did or not, simply because, like you're saying, this is not ideal world. It's not a straightforward justice system. It is crooked in some places, and you're not ever gonna know what was the truth or what's not. If the story was buried in the first place and then just brought up because he was about to do something where he would have a lot of power or not, we're never gonna know the truth or not.
Like the same thing with Kobe, where after he died, and the people were going, hey, don't forget he was a rapist, and it was like, no, he wasn't. He got acquitted. So people were only bringing it up to tarnish how much love he was getting because he passed.
My thing with that was, even you guys had his whole life to talk about it, from when it allegedly happened till when he died. But the fact that you bringing that up a day after he died, you're really, at that point, you're trying to tarnish his name after he died.
And those people are pieces of shit. Because their objective is to tear down and cause people to go.
You know what's crazy?
Don't do that. Like those people, screw you if you're that kind of person.
Which sucks though, because that's the stuff that sells them. That's the stuff that's getting mad views and
attention,
stuff, and mad attention.
The cloning.
Nah, I just got quickly to say, you know what's crazy about that, bro? It was his own people bring him down. What's her name? Gail King. Gail King. This is a black man that did a lot of successful things, but you won't bring that up in this conversation after he passed away. That's gonna solve something.
What did he say?
Nah, she brought it, like everybody kind of forgot about it. This is when we think about Kobe and stuff. You feel me? And she did an interview with Lisa Leslie. And she's like, yeah, but Kobe had this situation. What do you think? Why you bringing that up, bro?
Let him rest in peace.
If you had anything to say about him, you had all these, because that didn't happen 05 or something like that. You had all these years. If you feel some type of way you want to speak about it, bring him on the show. It's not you somehow you famous. You can it's not hard to get in contact.
And then piggybacking off of what he said with the females taking a lot of time to speak up, that is a fact. And I feel like it probably would have gave him a voice to speak up. The other people that spoke up after, but then again, it's if it really affected you that bad, you would have been said something. Y'all really just had to wait for somebody else to speak up in order for y'all to speak up.
I feel like it would have.
I can't gonna bring up because with that, there's no timer or whatever on trauma. If you traumatized by something, it's stuff that's happened in my life that I still don't tell nobody. You feel me?
I feel like
so it's
that,
so it's you really can't police how or when somebody's saying or decides they want to talk about it, because
I'm kind of iffy on that side, because bro, if you went this one while talking about it, you might as well but think about listen.
Wait, yeah, I'm after that too.
Listen. Say for instance that Bill Cosby shit, that shit happened probably 30 years from 30 years ago. That's 10, 10. That's different.
That's 3 decades,
That's 3 decades, bro. You feel me? You don't want 3 decades without talking about it, bro. It must not affect you enough.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what if the person didn't say anything? The first lady who ever said something about it literally created like a piggyback. They all piggyback after that. What if she would never said anything? Then what? Would y'all still would have just never said anything?
Yo,
that's another thing.
Like, bro, at the same time, like, yeah, he going to jail, you feel me, and shit like that. But what does that solve for you? Like, you can't get that time, but there's nothing that's going to change. But like that justice, like, you feel me? He doesn't
at the end of the day, there's nothing that she could.
Because just like somebody be thrown in jail, like when I see somebody go to jail or some shit like that, it's like, what the fuck does that really change, bro? Bro.
Because at the end of the day, there's nothing that they could ever do that's gonna be able to change what he like. If he did do that shit, there's nothing that they're gonna be able to do. So they want as much as they can possibly because they know for a fact that there's nothing you could do that's gonna take back this PTSD, this trauma that. Like, if it's, let's say, hypothetically, it's the truth. Let's say there's nothing that you can do that's going to change that. There's some people who get raped and sexually assaulted and literally never get over that shit. Like, they're teenagers and then they have full-blown families and grandchildren and still aren't over that shit. Because that shit stays with you. And, like, just like with the whole Chris Brown thing and every time he does anything good, how they bring up the fight with Rihanna. Yeah. Like, even if it wasn't them females popping out later, somebody's going to say them shit just to bring you down as soon as you do some good shit. So you got to take that into account as well. People just talk.
You know what kind of upset about this? Throughout all these 30 years, but we wasn't even alive when the Bill Cosby show was going on, you feel me? We did not even hear like a little bit of rumor, like R. Kelly used to hear a little bit of shit, you feel me? Like you heard
that shit out there too.
You heard a little bit of shit.
Ain't nothing but a number. Ain't nothing but a number with Leah singing it, then that's your wife. Come on, we wasn't.
R. Kelly had a little shit out there, but Bill Cosby is not shit about like throughout these 30 years. But we all like the oldest person is 21. Throughout our 21 years of living and knowing who Bill Cosby is, we didn't even hear like a little glimpse about it, bro. Till we turned 29, you just want to talk about it, bro.
As soon as he wants to make a name for himself, like a real name for himself,
like it comes out, like, but it comes out. But you feel me? That's my only thing. But like if he did it, like whatever happens, what happens. But I'm like, bro, throughout these 30 years, we didn't hear like nobody else in Hollywood talk. Because Hollywood talk, you feel me?
They talk, but at the end of the day, nobody's really airing your dirty laundry out like that because everybody got their own laundry they don't want dirtied out too.
And it's like,
and there's so much that we don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody doing stuff like
these
this
people got money,
you don't know about it. We find out new cases like this every day. You know how many people actually is getting away with this shit?
And some people might be getting paid to keep their mouth shut. That's
I feel like, and they be paying
rich ass millionaires.
They be paying the females not the same shit. It's been 30 years. They been getting paid for the past 30 years. Not the same shit.
Listen. If you getting paid to not say shit, that's your fault, bro. You don't gotta accept that money, bro. You won't put your money over your pride, bro. You feel me?
At the end of the day, you don't really have a choice because if I'm telling you I'm gonna give you this money to shut up, and you say no, I'm gonna kill you. What are you talking about? Especially with people with that type of power, they're not gonna let you live if you don't go get them in jail.
They don't even gotta do the work. They'll have somebody else come do the work for you. Like honestly,
if you're not gonna do it, you don't need to take my deal. I don't care about your life in the first place.
So what you think 30 years from now, like he can still have the same people come kill him? His money didn't change. If anything, got bigger. He got a bigger bag.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about the females themselves who getting paid off.
Yeah, like that might be just a predicament.
This is a hypothetical situation that we're talking about, Bess.
Yeah, but
come on, we got it.
That's why I don't think the nigga did it. Everybody making them hypothetical situations that don't make sense on every aspect. You're not gonna pay nobody off for 30 years and you just don't need the money no more.
Right.
Well, why not?
Wait, hold on.
Why not though?
I don't think there was anything out saying that Bill Cosby had women on NDAs.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that he was paying them. I'm just saying like if somebody
we use him as an example though.
It's an example. If someone's getting paid to be quiet, like let's say if you've been paying me for 30 years, I might not need you to pay me no more. You've been paying me for 30 years.
Right. And what's that, bro? You put that money. You put that money for your pride or whatever the situation is. You can't, bro. You can't. I mean,
you could say that, but at the end of the day, you could say she put her money for her pride, but you can't say she wrong for one and then still get justice for the shit at the end of the day.
She's wrong, bro. You took the money, bro. You took the money, bro. It's either you gonna take the money.
That's extortion. No, time out. That's extortion. How you gonna be mad at me because somebody's trying to extort me for cash?
Wait.
That's blackmail. You can't do that. That's against the law. You can't be mad at me. They trying to break the law.
So you gonna get paid 34 years from now, like for some shit, some shit that happened, and one day it's like, all right, I don't need this money. I made enough money. Now I'm about to rat them out, bro. Like, what kind of sick shit is that?
I mean, but you also don't know what they mindset was in the situation either. So we don't know what really happened.
Oh, go ahead.
I think the women saw Bill Cosby trying to make that move to buy, what was it, CBS, NBC, whatever it was, and the first woman was just fed up with him being in the limelight, being in that status of power and notoriety, and they just went, enough's enough. and they spoke up. I think it can be as simple as that. I mean, humans are complex, but they aren't complex enough to need some over grand thought out explanation to move. But like sometimes we do just act. Boom, first thought, and that first thought was, all right, I'm tired of you being in this status of power like you are. I'm about to air everything out right here. I think it can be as simple as that, which is Harvey Weinstein, Brett Kavanaugh, R. Kelly, like these big profile rapists and sexual assaulters. Women came out as soon as you saw this, get ready to make a quick move. Boom, just like that. It can be that simple, which is why I said that in the first place.
And then in a situation like that with an emotional aspect, that might break somebody down. So it's like, while you over here trying to make big moves, it's like you probably took the power that you feel right now away from me that I had for myself.
Yep.
Especially in an aspect like that. So you're right.
Yeah.
That is a fact. So they probably really did just get fed up. Like, you're not about to keep making moves. You took that power away and that light away from me. Like, you literally went against my will, raped me, and then now you're just making big moves that do the man and forgetting what you did type shit. So I understand where you're coming from.
Facts. And then like piggybacking like off that basically, like I know like females will be like in this type of situation and they'll say afterwards like rape doesn't just affect that one female, like you're affecting everybody around her. So like you're affecting her parents. Like when she goes to tell her parents that she just got raped, that's gonna break their heart. Like her parents is gonna be sad as fuck. Like it breaks like their friends, their family, anyone who's gonna feel some type of way about that situation, that's gonna affect them, and then that person is gonna be affected possibly for the rest of their life.
Anybody they
from this experience,
later on,
any relationship, they can't play fight with none of their new boyfriends because they're scared that they about to rape them.
Or even how they view men in general. Like there's a lot of females that are just scarred. Like you look at them, you probably might just like look at a female, might just be thinking you're looking at a female. She probably might think you're like staring her down or something. Even the way you think, it's just everything has changed after that. It's over. Like, and
then just after a while, like just that could get to you, like to the point you
worse.
could get bitter to the point where it's like you was able to ruin my life and my whole mental, and you still out here living your life and prospering, and while I'm over here fucked up, broken forever, and you able to be good now.
And that's probably what they felt. That's what I was saying about what he said. That's probably exactly how they felt, and that's probably why they spoke up.
And which is why Luke said you can't put a time on trauma. Some people can go 10 years where they was numb for a decade. They felt nothing. Like it was hard for them to even come to terms. Like, yo, this happened to me. And then boom, on that 11th year, they see something that reminded them, and they go, all right, I'm fed up. Boom, and they make moves to make stuff happen. And what does suck in terms of like criminally charging some rapists is some states have like statute of limitations. Like, all right, if it happened 15 years ago, you know, we can't count that situation, blah blah blah. Where a lot of those women weren't even trying to use their situations to persecute him. They were trying to go, yo, he has a pattern. Or it was just as simple as that, like, yo, you got a pattern. Even if it was 20, 30 years ago, you did this 20, 30 years ago, and you still did it.
Yeah, to build up
his
his
character,
to show that that's his, he has a track record of that shit.
That's a fact. You're right.
Yeah. Also, with as to like why, like you were saying that anything could make a person not snap per se, but like, you know,
reach your breaking point.
Yeah, make it. What you say?
Reach your breaking point, y'all.
Yeah, my brain right now is a little
That's okay.
But nah, for real though, it could be anything though. Like you could finally, you know, might not want to tell the public, right? And you tell one of your closest friends, and then, you know, or you tell your family, and then they're the ones who urge you to, you know, come out with this.
Speak out.
You speak out with it, and so it's like anything could have happened with any of them, to be honest. Like with the people around them, and like it isn't. The way I see it is, it doesn't matter like where he was. It could have just been where they are in their lives, and with the people around them.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Let's not change topics.
I don't know how he fell on that rabbit hole, but this Alice is leaving that in Wonderland.
I mean, we need to talk about it, but move on now.
Quick break,
So just switching gears, we're gonna talk about the whole incident that was going on earlier this month. In Brooklyn, there was a whole incident with 15 boys jumping a female in Brooklyn, and then there was a separate incident with a teenage boy being jumped by a group of cops in Canarsie. And so we're going to talk about the two incidents and like how they differ and things like that. So like, is everybody like familiar with the incidents at all, or do you need to explain what happened?
I'm not.
So like the based on like what I've gathered from the first scenario, like the information with the boys, I guess a lot of people are saying that the girl was walking, you know, it's Brooklyn, she's walking down the street, and apparently I guess she said like fuck Pop Smoke or something like that. and so the guys like jumped her or whatever. And this was like right after the whole thing, like right after he died, just beginning of March. So this just happened. And so she's a dyke. I'm just throwing that out there. It doesn't really matter, but some people feel like that changes the situation because she, you know, just like she identifies as a male. Do we take it as
she gets treated as
she
a
got
male?
treated as a male, or is she a female?
Word.
And then the other scenario, it was two boys. They was in the park, I guess, and I guess it was after closing time, and the cops like told him to get out. The one boy got a summons, but the other boy ends up getting jumped by the cops, beaten down, and arrested.
Cops in plain clothes, by the way.
And they were. I believe they were off duty as well.
Yeah, off-duty cops. They refused to show any identification.
Yeah, and they wouldn't tell him why they were being arrested, any of that. Like he wouldn't give him none of that. Like he just was. He wouldn't. That's why he wasn't cooperating, because he wouldn't give him any information as to why he was being arrested. Yeah. So that's the two separate.
Alright, so for the first topic, bro, I don't care like if a girl's a dyke or whatever, bro. Like you feel me? Like that's still like a female at the end of the day. You feel me? Like 15 niggas, we don't need 15 niggas at the end of the day. Like y'all could have. Like, if I was them, bro, you should just like embarrass her. Like you feel me? Like just like embarrass her.
Just drill,
just drill her. You feel me? Because it's gonna hurt her. You feel me? Cause she violated. You feel me? Like, she violated like.
Well,
there is a controversy.
Like you can't violate somebody dead. You don't know their relationship with that one person. Like if somebody violated one of my dead, it's up. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you a female, so I can't like you feel me. I really can't put my hands
gotta
on you.
realize,
I don't care if you all that you're a quarterback said fuck young man unless you.
But then again, you gotta realize choose your own battle, because some people just don't care. Some people weren't raised the way you were, so it's like you can't keep bugging.
But
You can't keep
15
thinking
people for one person.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, you forget that she was a dyke, and a lot of people, when you dress as a female dressing up as a boy, it's hard to tell if you're really a female or a male.
So they didn't know?
So some people are saying that they might not, that they, you know, after the fact.
They didn't know.
Some people saying after the fact that they didn't know. Some people saying they did know that it was a girl. Some people like, oh, we thought it was a dude. But he disrespect. If it was a dude, nobody's gonna care if he get jumped, because dudes get jumped every day. But the fact that it's a females was making it a whole big issue, a big story. So they're saying, why is this a big story, and the whole story with the boy getting jumped by the cops? You know, people not even hearing about that.
Real quick, I'm gonna say, I think people are talking about the kid being jumped by the cops as opposed to the girl being jumped by the 15 kids, because of people being desensitized to news about police brutality. But like just in the last half decade, we heard. I mean, well, literally just between 2014 and 2018, it seemed like there was a case every week.
No.
Trayvon's.
That's what I
find. Because Trayvon happened in 12, but like 2013 felt a little calm. 2014 was Mike Brown, Philando Castile, like
back-to-back Sandra Bland,
all of that back-to-back. From 14 to 18, it felt like been every week involving a cop. So at this point, I don't blame people for being a bit desensitized. We go, all right, cops is being dirty cops.
Used to it,
Which is a huge negative that goes to the fact with media constantly over pushing news, because everybody wanna talk about it right away, get their clicks, get their money. Whereas with the situation with the 15 boys and the girl, regardless of the background issues that led to it, it's the fact that it's 15 guys and one girl. Or even if the girl is gay and she dresses up as a guy, she self-identifies as a guy, the media put it as 15 boys versus one girl who was jumped and then robbed.
And some people are saying they did that on purpose to make it seem like it's a girl being jumped by a bunch of boys, not this is a dyke who identifies as a male.
Completely ignored her self-identity.
Disrespected these boys, so they retaliated. So that's the entire story of it. You know how you take it after that.
15 guys is way too much for me.
For anybody.
Okay,
15 is too much for anybody.
All right, so the way I see it,
regardless of gender.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Regardless of gender, I feel like, in general, our society is always like guys can't hit girls, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if you can't, the way I see it is, if you can't control your anger with another guy, in general, right? What makes everyone feel like they'll just automatically just be able to, just automatically be able to control their anger against a girl? Because I feel like it could be the same. Like, first and foremost, if you saying stuff, no matter who you are, if you being disrespectful,
what you think gonna happen? You invite that energy, so like
exactly. But it's just like, if fighting, like, I feel like people are saying, guys, don't put your hands on girls, but at the same time, it should be anybody don't put your hands on anybody. Because at the same time, if you can't, because like think about people with anger problems. Like when I was younger, like you know what I'm saying, it was situations with people, if they mad, how you gonna tell them while they mad? All right, you gotta control yourself when they couldn't control themselves in a different in the exact same situation with another person. So you like, it's not. I feel like, damn, I'm just talking to service right now, but it's just like,
cool. No, keep going. Yeah, you just speaking.
But it's just like, if you couldn't control yourself to control your anger in a different situation, everybody shouldn't just be automatically, y'all let it rock in different situations, right? Mm-hmm. But a girl could say the same thing when before it was a guy, a girl could say the same thing, and now he's also wrong because it's a girl. But at the same time, if something hits home for you, then it shouldn't matter. Mm-hmm. Nobody should you feel me? Like if a guy said fuck your dead man's, right, and you pop him, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. Now if a girl said the same thing and you pop him, now it's like, oh, you shouldn't hit her because she's a girl.
Oh yeah.
Like from jump, like you can't be mad because someone else. Because
you just black out and you don't see boy girl, you don't see cousin. You violate what? It's up.
A lot of people keeps everybody connected as well. It's like you gotta realize this. That links back to what I said. It doesn't matter. Like you shouldn't just disrespect others and expect them to respect you in a way. It's like respect.
And then it goes like deeper than that too. Like it's the whole thing of it being a female in that. But then there's also like rumors of it being like gang related and how they were all saying that it was like Pop Smoke gang and that she might have been affiliated with like Blickies or something like that. The other op gang. So when she said that, it just made it 10 times worse. So if you're gang related, male or female,
you know what you
signed up for that. It's up for you. And then, when you say something, especially when you say something like that.
That's a different level of disrespect, especially in that type of like situation.
I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that there was a lot of people saying that. So just in case speaking on it or whatever.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Nah, if you invite that type of energy, you don't expect nothing good. You gotta expect the worst.
What you give out is what you receive. That's literally all it is to it. What you give out is what you receive. Mm-hmm. So you gotta be conscious of what you're giving out.
And I feel like a lot of times, females just be like, I feel like a lot of times females be more disrespectful than males. Yeah. But
that's a fact.
They can get,
they can get away.
And I feel like that's corny. Like the type of females that hit on dudes, like that is the corniest thing ever to me. Because he's not gonna hit you back. Like that is.
Yeah, and
that's childish. And if he hits you back, you're gonna make a big thing of it.
Right, but it's like you provoke.
But you know what's crazy, bro? Like I was watching Chris Brown's documentary on Netflix, right? And everybody's talking about how Chris Brown hit Rihanna, but we're not talking about how she provoked it. Like she was biting him, like threw his keys outside, she did mad bullshit. And eventually,
punched him in the face while
he
was driving.
Into it, you start to realize it's like he acted out for a reason, not necessarily.
Right, not agreeing what he did, but
he could have done it differently. But like she was
mad. She reacted by punching him. That's how he reacted too.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I watched the documentary too. He was saying like they was fighting before that fight. Like they were getting into fights where he was showing her places where sunglasses because she was like leaving black eyes and junk. So I don't know. I just added that because it just show you like a lot of times a lot of women will provoke first and expect
and then when it's convenient for that's what they're saying. They're saying if you want just like the whole situation with doing Wade's daughter and how identifying as a female. They're saying well if that's the case if the 12-year-old can do that. Why, if this girl's 15 and she wants to identify as a male, we can't respect that in all instances just when it's convenient for her? Like, when she gets in this type of situation, all of a sudden she's a female and wants to be a female in the eyes of the law. So that's what a lot of people are saying that.
Well, for me, I feel like, in general, if violence is wrong, let it be wrong. Because if it was the same thing, let's say Rihanna was a guy and let's call him Ryan. If Ryan's hitting Chris Brown and Ryan punched back, now it's just a fight. But now, like, if you hit me in my face, I'm gonna get mad either way. I don't care who you is. You feel me? So like, it don't matter who you is. Like, you feel me? And you start blocking, like.
That's normal for everybody. Like you should know when not to cross that line or what that line is. You gotta know.
That's why sometimes, like, as I got older, because I used to be in anger management, and one thing I learned, bro, you gotta know when to walk away. So when I know some shit, like, so you feel me, like. Because I remember anger management, bro, it's like, I used to be like, I fought a teacher in first grade, so like, I was on some shit back then, you feel me? So now,
This nigga said I was on some shit back then.
all that some shit.
Yo,
But now it's just like, cause I don't know. Sometimes I feel targeted, like attacked by teachers. So now, for instance, I'm like, bro, alright, bro, stop talking to me. Like, you just gotta, like, you feel me? You just gotta,
leave me alone.
You gotta mute everything out, bro. You feel me? That's why I got better. Like, niggas won't even think I had anger issues back then. You feel me?
I wouldn't, yeah.
Because I changed, but for the better. But
as you should, bro. Word.
But I feel like.
But you gotta know when to walk away from certain
Y'all had
situations.
good
obviously.
anger management?
Who? Bro, I didn't even. I stopped.
Y'all had a good experience with anger
No,
management.
no funny shit, bro. This is like 4th grade, so but it was like 4th grade, so it was like.
Hold on. Time out. You got good anger management in elementary? Where'd you go to school?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know what the fuck it was, bro. Like, it was just like I stopped going, and then you have shit to lose. Like, I'm thinking I got basketball season. Like, I like certain shit like that started popping in my head. Like, I'm risking certain shit. Like, I want, like, you know, when you're younger, everybody wants to go to the NBA and shit like that.
Of course, you got dreams,
like, you feel me?
yeah.
You got dreams and shit. So like,
Yeah.
it's like, damn. You think about if I do this, how you gonna react, like, or like this might mess up my potential. You feel me? So that's a shit like that. Some shit like that. Now, it ain't, like, I don't know if I had, but I no, cause I
Where'd
didn't.
you go to school?
I stopped going. I went to St. Monica's. I went to Philo. I went to 44. I went to mad different schools.
And they were giving you anger management, or you personally?
Nah, they didn't give me anger management.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering. If
I
you
was
were
forced to
giving,
go
like,
to,
you were
bro.
giving anger management.
Nah, for me, I had anger problems as in like elementary school and a little bit of middle school too. I feel like for me, I had a counselor in my school who was great. Her name was Miss Pearson, and she helped me like just start thinking about my actions and thinking before I act and stuff like that. And it wasn't no anger management. It was just someone to talk to, someone to vent to, and who gave me.
I didn't have a good counselor till like sophomore year.
That's
Man,
I
swear to God.
Bro, I know
in elementary, they really did have that, like, where you would sit with the teacher. They'll give you, like, a stress ball. They'd be, like, coloring and everything. I feel like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not necessarily, like, anger management, but it's somebody to talk to, like you said. Because I didn't have anger management, but, like, you know, I was a little wild.
But no fun shit, but the thing with me and
I
anger
went to
management.
in elementary in Greece.
But the thing with me with anger management, like, I didn't even open up. Like, I was so, like I'll go anger management, like, I wait for the time to get over with and I'll be done. But it's just like me, I knew I had something to lose, and that kept me humble, like, humbling me down.
Because all I know for me is when I went to 34 school, I was there from K through 3rd, and they gave me anger management, I think, in 3rd grade, which is it was the most ludicrous reason that they even gave me anger management. Like, I was being bullied, so I was lashing out to the bullies, and they went like undetected most of the time, and they put me in the management for lashing out to my torment. And then it wasn't even helping me because they had me in there on a Monday. So then I had to try to reflect on the previous week and then come up with a plan for the upcoming week. And then I would get in trouble with my music teacher when I would go in there because like even wasn't no passes or nothing like that in elementary school. So I'd show up if maybe one day I ran a little late. The music teacher would go, "Yo, why are you late?" And I'm like, I have like my mandated like anger management. And they go, "I don't care, you still came down here late." And I'm like, "Oh, this isn't helping me." Like
And
at
that's
all.
going back to the
Yeah.
They did it on purpose because you melanin. Yeah, that's the real reason why they put you in that shit. We ain't gonna talk about that though.
Nah, I feel like
I was in a black school. It was. I
was?
went to 34.
Oh no.
That's so. That's not Lexington.
For me, I feel like just in general though, like sometimes kids just.
I'm gonna bring it back.
I feel like kids just can relate with different people. Like I had a kid when I was working at it. Well, I still work in school, but I was working at Wilson Foundation, and there was a kid who just be wilding out for no reason, and I was always cool with the kid. So when I see him crashing out, I'll be like, "Yo, like, are you good, my guy? Like, what are you doing?" And I talk, and he'll calm right down.
Sometimes it's just that one
exactly,
person.
And sometimes it's just that one.
Yeah,
it's that one person who talks to you. That can talk to you on a different level. They can be talking to you on the same level as everybody else. But you feel me? You just listen.
You know what's crazy, bro? Because in high school, bro, it got to a point I was gonna spend like every other day. You feel me? But there's certain teachers I just felt that connection with. So I was like, bro, I just can't let them down. So they knew like when I used to get in trouble and shit, they knew like I already knew what type of time I was going. I was like something I dig all the time, so you know what type of time. They would bring that teacher like, bro, I swear to God, I got math special
because they
said I got trouble saying I wanted to fight a teacher. Like I wanted to.
You be posting this up on Snapchat all the time.
Nah, I posted screenshots like this is so serious, bro. And then they found that one teacher that could like control me. So when I used to be like, all right, you sure know what type of time I'm going. I see that once you walk into the office,
you calm that ass right down.
I calm down because like damn, like I respect you because I know you care about me and I can't like you feel me. I can't disappoint you. So that's how calm down. Like, I had somebody, I had like things I wouldn't. There's somebody I didn't want to let down. You feel me? So when they used to be talking to me and shit like that, I want to respond, but I'm looking to my right and I see Mr. Tangela. I was like, damn, you like, I'm like, she's saving me right now, bro. Like, you know she's saving me, bro. Like,
and then you get and then the outcome you get from that is positive. So then it makes you think it's like, I mean, it wasn't that bad. So why do I keep on
Nah, because there's some shit I really wanted to say, but I couldn't because I didn't want to respect Mr. Tangela and shit like that.
I feel like let's bring it back though.
Yeah, like all things considered, like with the whole anger issues and everything. Do you guys like? I'm not sure if they still are now, but I know at first all the guys got like arrested and were like had to go to like trial over the shit and all of that. And so like a lot of them were saying like how if it was like a guy that got jumped, it wouldn't be the whole thing. They wouldn't be going through the whole system and all the whole process and all of that. So you guys think they should have gotten arrested, get convicted, or like harsher than if it was?
Bro, she's a gang member.
Do you think it should be?
Sign up for it.
And don't you have to go through like?
Can I ask?
Don't you have to go through?
Yeah. Get your question.
Do you think it should be harsher than if like she was a male? That's all I was gonna say. Now y'all can go.
Let me just say one quick thing.
Wait, let me just add back to that. Let me just add on to what you just said. Don't you have to go through like a not an annihilation, but don't you have to go through something to enter a game? Like you go through something so you know it's initiation.
Yeah.
Not no more. That shit, which even told you more. Like you knew exactly what the fuck.
Wait, hold on.
Not no more.
We don't even know. Specifics. Because I heard
we don't know for a
too.
fact that she is in.
I keep forgetting.
It was a rumor that she is in the but we don't know that for a fact. So I'm not gonna say that definitely because her family denied it, I believe.
Of course they is.
You know, of course they is, but you know.
Jahde, just to answer your question, 15 people assaulting one person, that's a charge. It's as simple as that. Regardless of the background stuff that led to it, that's 15 people on one person caught on camera.
That might be a difference. And
then they stole her shoes.
Yeah,
that is a charge right there.
That's like three. That's like three charges, right? It's assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, because they stabbed her and stole her shoes.
It can be pushed. It can be pushed to attempted murder. It can be pushed to burglary. Like it's multiple cases, and some people are only gonna get affiliation, accomplice. Some people are going to be outright charged, but all of them are getting an assault charge. And if it was 15 guys on one guy, it wouldn't have got the media coverage as much as it did, but they'd still be getting those charges.
It'll be a one-star hip-hop video.
It probably would have turned into a meme whole time.
It would have gone viral real quick, but they all went to jail. It would have been worse for them because.
But there's this one video on it's like a documentary on like a Crip, and it's like this one nigga want to be with a gang, and he was getting his shit beat like.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Fight back, nigga, fight. That shit. It's not like it's funny now because they keep making memes about this shit.
But he was signed up for that.
Was like, but that was real shit though.
That's crazy, yo.
And about the cop situation, bro, like we just so used to this shit. Like, bro, what's next?
So it's
like you can't even blame us because it's just so it's so accustomed now. Like
from the video though, I feel
so
like
used to it.
just in general, they be doing too much, and the cops in general just be doing too much, and like from what happened in the video where the one cop had him up against the wall and is not telling him why he's holding him there and. What's the problem or what he did, and he keeps asking him like, what did I do? And the fact they called backup and they clean jumped him, and and he's on the ground screaming, help me. Like all of those cops should be charged because first and foremost, if there was really something wrong, right, and if it was like that, right, the one cop, it don't take like the kid wasn't resisting anything. It don't take one maybe two at the most. It don't take 7, 8, 12 cops. You feel me? Especially when he's saying, help me, like, come on the ground saying,
16-year-old boy, like,
you feel me?
It don't take all y'all to take.
I wonder what be going to the cops' head, like.
That was 1920.
But still, you're not.
It don't take 7 people.
It don't take to arrest somebody that's not resisting. It don't take that many people.
Wait. LeBron James is like, he like 2'8". I bet you take 2 cops to arrest that nigga. Simple.
We're talking about a 19-year-old.
A 19-year-old
boy who was not resisting.
And these are grown.
He was just asking why.
That train workout.
Grown-ass men who are trained to deal with this situation all day, every day.
Yeah.
And choose not to do it the correct way.
Nigga, it wasn't even their job. They was off duty. Niggas just went home, continue on what they did. You're not getting paid for it.
And I don't care if the park was.
You
could have went about it completely differently. You could have said, all right, y'all need to go. Y'all need to get out. Or something. You could have gave him a ticket. You could have gave them both summons. Why did one boy got a summons and he get jumped and arrested?
My thing is either way. like if it's trespassing, right? If you're gonna arrest him for trespassing or whatever, all right, say that, and then arrest him. He's not resisting. Like it's legit. Like he's asking who you are, like what's your identification, and why am I being detained? Why am I being detained? That's all stuff that a person needs to know. You're not about a random person not about to just come up to me and be like,
oh yeah,
like, you feel me?
Yeah,
I don't
start
know
blagging on you, right?
I don't know you.
You're not on duty, like.
Tyjee.
I can't tell you no numbers, no nothing on a penal code shit, but I know one law where you being unlawfully arrested. You can use any type of force, including deadly force, to get a motherfucker off you. So I'm gonna go Queen and Slim. I'm gonna whack you on the run. You will not catch me, I promise.
Oh yeah, that movie was dope.
I swear to God, you can kill somebody falling off the
I still need to watch that. That's sad.
No, yeah,
Oh, see, I was about to start telling the movie too. Y'all about
Yeah,
let's not go no spoilers.
Let me tell you how this went, because at the end of the movie it was crazy, right?
I swear to God. God, bro. Like usually, bro, most of the time, bro, in the movie theaters, bro, it's like I be on my phone and shit, right? But that movie, I pull my fucking phone out and I just watch that shit. That's how wavy I movie.
I gotta watch it. Yo, I gotta watch that shit.
They fight.
Tyjee. I'm bad with names sometimes.
Is it
That's the
connected?
name?
Did it connect?
Oh, it's connected.
Yeah, her name's Tyjee. I don't know if it's connecting yet though. But like she's actually from Brooklyn, so we can actually get her idea
She got a
on like her
butters on right
perspective
now.
on it and all that. If it actually connects.
She FaceTiming in the butters.
Nah, and a lot of the stuff too, though, like just like even with the kid that got jumped by the cop. With them jumping him, like even it being on camera and all of that, like people be like, oh, you could sue them later and shit like that. But like a lot of times people don't have the means to sue. Lawyers are expensive as fuck.
You shouldn't have to sue somebody because they beat your ass for no reason. Like,
you feel me? And it shouldn't even have to come down to that. But at the end of the day, it will. And it's just like, and they'll probably get away with it because that's what always happens. Like, and just going back to what you said, like people being desensitized to it, because like it sucks, but like that's how it is now.
That's just how it is, yeah.
And it's something like
you can't help it.
It's terrible.
That shit is sad.
But ain't nobody checking them. Like, I feel like just in that, all of those cops should be arrested, and they all should go to jail because, like I said, it don't take. Well, really, it shouldn't take more than one trained officer to take down. To arrest one person who's not resisting. That, like, you feel me?
Yeah, that's another thing. I believe, like, none of them, I don't think any of them actually got arrested. I think they all just got leave.
Yeah, they got their little paid leave, and they'll be back on the force in 2 weeks.
That shit's
You feel me?
That shit is sad. That's crazy.
Wait, Tyjee, you live in like New York City. How you feel about that whole situation?
Yeah, you live in Brooklyn. How you feel about the whole situation, like with the girl getting jumped by all the boys versus the boy getting jumped by the cops and stuff?
My watch think I'm working on.
Because of Pop Smoke's death, it's been like a lot of passionate shit that goes that goes toward that. And I heard that she made a comment on Facebook, and they caught her lacking outside, and that's how the fight started, or something like that. Like whatever it was, I'm not pretty sure, but I know it had something to do with Pop Smoke, and like you feel me? Like Pop Smoke's death hit different in Brooklyn. Like they had a whole service in the street as if like Biggie had a similar funeral thing. Yeah. Like that's what everybody was talking about. And like the way Pop Smoke death shook Brooklyn, you shouldn't be even talking about him all type of crazy because people will, beat you up. And that's exactly what happened. Like I don't know, like the way how I feel is that what you said was insensitive, and then you thought that nothing was gonna happen to you, as if he wasn't a part of like a big group. You feel me? Like with a lot of followers. So I don't know, I don't really feel bad for the person, but for her being a female and not being 15 to 16 niggas, it wasn't right. It wasn't right, and everything there should be accounted for it.
But see, what I was saying before though, it doesn't matter. Huh? For me, it should be a 15 people on one other person. It's not right in general. Yeah. I feel like a lot of times society is just not like that. Like I said, if violence is wrong, let all violence be wrong. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Right. And then, like, how you feel about the situation in Canarsie, like with the cops and the boy in the park and stuff?
In general, New York City police are not the kindest people. So when I heard about that, I wasn't really surprised. I'm like, oh, again, another one. Like, it's kind of repetitive at this point. But for them being like not on duty or whatever, that's you being an asshole in general. Like, you one of them crooked cops. That's how I look at it as. But even the ones that are in uniform, I feel like they're a crooked cop too. So that's just my personal opinion and personal view to that. So it's like it's nothing new.
That's how I feel about RPD. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
them niggas crooked. Them niggas be doing too much. Like,
RPD barely in a way.
I honestly feel like
I feel bad about it. I feel bad. Oh, no, you got it.
Oh, I'm just gonna make like a quick comment. I feel like the biggest gang in America is the fucking cop, the police. Literally, they get away with so much shit right before our eyes, and nobody it's nothing we can really do about it. To be honest,
because
they
organized
have all the power.
bro, every time I get pulled over by a cop, I pull out my phone, bro. I'm not gonna play that.
Me
shit.
too.
Bro,
It's just like pulled
I
over,
remember one
yeah.
time, bro. We was driving and like there was weed in the car, right, for me. But I was like, bro, we in the middle of nowhere. We don't know these cops. I tried to pull out my phone. Niggas talk about, nah, you don't need your phone. Not like, nah, nigga.
Yeah, they were. They trying to tell you to put it. They were trying to tell you to put it away.
You wanted to shoot me on camera.
Put that shit on. Turn that shit on every single time. I do the same thing. I don't care how nice you are. I'm gonna have that shit on every single time.
We shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't be having to prepare to openly report.
Just in case this person kills me, they can
Or
prove that they
even
killed
when
me
you
for no
see-
reason.
When you
That's
see
what
the
they
Bro,
moms
you need-
telling their black
bro.
children like how to like
Bro, you need
respect
all
cops and
evidence,
stuff.
bro.
You shouldn't have to do that. That
Just
is
some
sad.
shit go off. I'm not
That's
clean.
sad.
I'm
Another-
not recording as journalist as nigga. What
It's
reporter
like we're
gonna
getting
do?
accustomed
Still
to
gonna
the
shoot.
fuckery that the police is
The
doing.
video is gonna be
Literally,
somebody
that's
later
what I'm
on live.
saying.
Nigga, hell nah. If you gonna up that bitch and you not gonna blow it, we about to wrestle for it.
Right.
And so I'm not gonna sit there and die just because you got a badge on. Niggas body for that's like. Yeah, that's the case. I would have been robbed multiple times. Man. You know, you thought somebody gonna up a gun in your face in your life. We live in the hood. You get used to standing down the barrel, bitch.
Right.
You're not gonna scare me because you got in the gold bag.
That's a fact.
And the day I will kill you. And if I hide your body, who gonna kill you?
And then we both.
Oh wait, y'all have to cut that out. Y'all have to cut that out before you get my son. Oh,
We
no,
are
y'all have to cut that
hypothetically
out.
speaking
Cut that
here.
out.
They're gonna look for bone body.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
In
You can't
theory.
get. I'm telling you, Queen and Slim, you can't get me.
Nah, in
I was like, shut up.
All right. On that note.
No, in terms of traffic stops in general, I just thought, so like I had a situation where a couple situations where my car was searched or the car I was in was searched and stuff, and just like I don't know, the first time, bro, I felt mortified, and the second time I felt mortified too, but it was just like like I was low-key traumatized by that shit because it's like I really don't be doing shit. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't
Me
do nothing.
too.
I don't I stay out the way. And the fact that you felt the need to search my car when I was sitting there,
Harassment like
you
that.
feel me? I felt like I really felt harassed, like you feel me? And I was just like, yo, there's really nothing I can do.
But the
And
great thing,
I've never felt more powerless in my life.
the great
I
thing
feel-
when they have a badge, they be talking you crazy. I remember the situation I was doing the cop. I'm like, bro, you don't gotta talk to me like that, sir. Like,
And they do it on
like
purpose.
you don't gotta talk to me like that, bro. For real, like we men. You feel me? I'm not doing nothing wrong. I don't got nothing to hide. You feel me?
And-
Talk to me like I'm a man. Now I'm like, now you getting offensive. Now I'm getting offensive. Now I'm getting heated and shit like that. And that causes niggas to react bad.
You know what's crazy? Because some cops actually do it on purpose for you to react that way, so they have a reason to react the way they're gonna react to you. They do that shit on purpose. So then again, that comes to you walking away from shit.
You can't walk away from a cop though. You feel me?
Just let them talk though. Just let them
And
talk.
with-
They want you to react that way.
Exactly.
That's what they're
And then-
trying to get out of that.
And another thing with traffic stops, if you search the way I see it, man, if you search my car and you don't find shit, put all my shit back where it was, bro.
They be leaving shit trash.
Yo, for real, bro. We on the
Disrespectful,
side. The second time we got pulled over, we on the side of the highway going to Waterloo outlets, bro. We in the middle of nowhere. Searching shit, throwing all the shit out the car and
I
shit.
said it
And
before.
then he's like, oh, we didn't find anything. Have a nice day. Like, nah, bitch, put that shit back up, bro.
And
Cause
it's
now we on the side of the highway picking up shit and putting it back in the car where it was. Like, first of all,
What
that's
are you
dangerous
trying
as a
to
bitch.
find? It's like, what are you trying to find again? It's like,
Little
you
bit
didn't
of-
find anything.
little
What
bit of
were you
weed,
trying to
probably,
find?
bro.
What were you trying to find? That's crazy.
Anytime you black and driving, they assume you got something in the car.
And if they don't find that, that's when they start provoking y'all. So they can find something and try to
I'll be
react.
like, bro, I'm like, you don't gotta talk to me. Like, any nigga be raising his voice, like, nah. I'm like, bro, now you violating.
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Yo, swear to God. He said, now you violating. I'm
I
dead.
don't think that was just all mental, really. People just don't. Y'all feel powerless because y'all let somebody tell you what a badge is. At the end of the day, I understand that you just a little white boy. If you see me anywhere else,
That's what we
you
say,
will be
bro.
shaking in your boots.
That's
So I
what
look
we
at them the
say,
same way.
bro.
Like, I know you only doing this shit because you feel like, oh, this is my moment of power.
Yeah.
If I hit you, that vest, I mean, that little bulletproof vest not gonna make you punch proof.
Right.
I'm still gonna hit you just as hard as
Right.
you're in your little
Right.
polo shirt. So,
Right.
like,
Word.
you're not no different. I'm gonna
Right.
talk to you how I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna handle you.
That
how I'm gonna
literally
handle you.
just opened
That's what I be telling Coach. I'm like, bro, if you didn't have that, bro, you would not be talking to me like that.
But it's
before,
like the
bro.
same way, like, even when you in there, all you gotta do is give them that energy back. Half the time, they gonna just...
For real. They be feeding off of
They
it.
test
Yeah.
it. It's like really gonna test it. They gonna give you that. That's why you gotta look at them. Like even when they talk you smart, half of them don't give you eye contact.
Look
It's
at
like,
us,
oh well, what do we got here? But the whole time you awkward as a bitch because you don't even want to stare me down. Like
Right.
my presence alone is intimidating you. And I'm like,
Word.
speak. I'm like, oh, but like, if you give him that energy back, he gonna try to, oh, well, sir, you wanna calm down. Now you make seem like you trying to keep it
They be
civilized.
trying-
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
That's never happened. Like,
Yo, I be playing
hell
with
nah.
kindness. I be smiling, looking them
Nah,
straight in
that-
their
that's
eye, and they
me.
feed off of that because you're not about to try to like no.
Nah, I don't want them to think I'm
We
bitch.
both
I be
bleed
letting
the
them know,
same
like,
blood. We
over.
bleed this exact same. Like there's
And I
nothing I
feel-
should fear you for because you have a badge, like he said. I shouldn't fear you.
I
because-
shouldn't, but like I feel like I shouldn't, but at the same time I already do.
Yeah.
Like I said, because this guy could kill me right now for doing nothing, and then
So it's
nothing
kinda-
will happen. He won't go to jail. I'm just a body in a cemetery. You feel me?
That's
So
a
it's just
fact.
like,
It's mental too. You gotta.
you
Like,
feel me?
think
At the
deep,
same
yeah.
time, even though I feel a certain way, it's just like I really can't act on this shit because you're gonna like the way I be feeling. Like you can kill me, like you'll kill me and get away with it, and then it'll be all for nothing.
I don't think I'll be
You know,
scared.
my
It
whole
is,
thing is, what's the difference between you and a motherfucker like Malcolm X? Honestly, in this day and age, you got more resources to reach people faster than he ever did.
right.
But at the same time, you only telling
You don't want to go through that whole
do
process,
shit. Like,
yeah.
that was one dude who decided, I'm gonna do this shit. It didn't
It's
have
no
people
social
follow.
thought. Yeah, it's a
You gotta
social
understand that's
thought.
really the only reason that our powerful people get picked off. If we all wake up and just decide, like, you gotta understand this is
Stand
really
up.
our country.
We waking
You
up
bought
though.
us
We
here.
really are.
You bought us here from somewhere else to make us do all your dirty work. We were slaves. All the shit that you literally built was from our hands. You made us do that labor. This is our country. If we decide to wake up and just say give it back, it's a lot more black people in this bitch than white people.
Dead ass. And
That's
they
why
want to
they
be
stop-
us at the end
why
of the
can they
day if
stop
you think about
abortions?
it.
They're
They
not
want to
stopping
be
abortions
us.
because us. That's not affecting us. We was never able to afford that shit. Black people never got abortion. So now we start overpopulating. We can't afford it, but little Samantha over here getting an abortion anytime her dad wanted to. White people's controlling their population. We overgrown. They're literally trying to catch up to us. So everybody just
We
said
run
America's
this whole
ours.
thing.
They don't have shit. The government is this big. That's why they control us through media. The government is
You
a
talking
lot
that
smaller
shit.
than us. If we just decide right
He's
now we
spitting.
want to
You really talking that shit. Dead ass.
Nah, that's facts though.
That
But I mean,
ass.
but with that, that's gonna take everybody to
I
unite,
agree.
and I feel like
But we waking
it's
up,
not
I agree,
going-
like 85%. What
Yeah,
is it?
I agree. 85, except for the population thing. Only because we still at 13%. Other than that, I agree with everything else.
Yeah.
13%.
Are you talking about population wise for just America or globally?
I'm talking about America. As
Yeah.
in America, we're growing. The black communities are
Well-
growing larger than white communities at a higher rate.
No.
Yeah. A lot of us. I'm not even saying black communities as if we're born into households and we're here. But I'm saying as a black people, like even when you see like, okay, this little kid didn't grow up without parents, he was shipped off in adoption, whatever. White people don't do that. If they don't have that child, they literally pick them off, adopt,
I'm
abortion.
sorry. Say your point one more time.
You understand why they stopped abortion, right? It was literally like the scales were uneven. We were overpopulating. They weren't. We can't afford abortion. That was doing shit for us.
Mm-hmm.
So literally, while they were cutting off babies that they don't want, they can control their population. They have the money to do that. If you don't want that baby, I got this couple $100 to go throw at this doctor and make cut the baby out. This black motherfucker is gonna have to deal with it. If you don't want the baby, give it up for adoption when it's born. We have two options because you don't really get you either gonna keep that bitch or you're gonna give it up for adoption. You don't have the money to kill it. So either way, you're gonna add another black kid into this world. Whether he get adopted by a white bitch, by a Filipino, don't matter. You threw another black kid out here because you couldn't afford to stop. So either way, you throwing these black motherfuckers out. They all decide, well, me and my people getting dogged. Now we decide to do something about it. We got the largest fucking army of anybody. There is nobody really like. Come on.
Power to the people. Like I said earlier.
I feel like we have so much power
So,
if we
what
actually
you
work
about to-
together for one.
Yeah, that's a fact. What's
We
wrong?
waking
What you
up,
about to
though.
say, bro?
Yeah, what
He
were
got
you
his
gonna
point
say?
ready. to
Yeah, he got the point.
I'm-
When you was done, bro, that's why I went.
I want to, but we already been recording for so long.
Fuck that. Give me that.
I'm-
Give me that other pole.
I'm,
Smile.
I'm so tired. I can't even.
He can't argue.
Begin.
No more. He
Yeah,
can't argue.
I can't.
No,
I
because
just,
this is gonna be a big
yeah,
conversation.
I just can't even. I
It's
can't
gonna get
even.
deeper.
I can't even.
I can hear the vocabulary already.
I can't even articulate my point. Oh man. Can we say this for episode 4?
Yeah, we can say this for episode 4.
We could be like, oh, stay tuned for the next episode where we're going to talk about this. Facts.
Oh man.
We can always segue into that.
Marketing genius.
Well, we got to be continued already.
Say that. Let's finish it.
I
And you have to keep this in there when he's thinking about his shit so that they get suspenseful and it's like, yo, what's he about?
What he about to say?
Yeah, facts.
And you're like, yeah, we gonna see it next episode.
here.
Next episode.
Later on.
Oh, we gotta close this off.
You're gonna have to cut off.
We're gonna have to cut that off, and then we're gonna have to another thing that I was always thinking about, we gotta get better at closing.
We gotta get better at opening, closing, transition.
I feel like
it's all
opening.
Let's end this right here. We're gonna end this right here, and then we're gonna.
I mean, we already said we was about to cut this.
What's the song that's been in heavy rotation for you recently?
I took the last one though.
No, we all went.
Yeah, we all said
everybody gave a song of the week.
Everybody gave a song.
My phone.
We're not playing it. We're just gonna
Okay,
close
so you
out.
wanna talk a song?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah.
A little bit on low.
I don't even grab my phone real quick.
Need my shit.
If I'm not talking about myself, because I don't want to look arrogant, I gotta say Zero, Cobain.
Shut the fuck up, because I know you're talking.
No, he wasn't.
No, we gotta start over. We're doing song of the
See,
week.
we about to do song of the week.
Be quiet.
I have a-
Alright, do it again.
Mute yourself real quick, baby.
All
When
right.
it's your turn, you can say your song of the week too.
Alright, start over, because he's vibing.
I gotta go with, because I seen him still my artist, so I gotta go with Zero, Cobain.
Well, that shit hard, bro. I seen that video.
I see that picture, you still my artist.
Anybody
shit.
else?
Oh, my song. Oh, go ahead.
You got none.
Mine is definitely "Sorry" intro by Nassim
Nice.
from the 57 EP 2. That's my brother, so that shit go hard. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna drop the link. You know what I'm saying? Cause that shit crazy.
My song of the week is Tweaking Together by BK Darula. That definitely will be in the link because I will be bringing that energy to the table this year, so stay tuned. Facts.
My song of the week is come back to me. You think about it, go ahead.
My phone been broke all week. So honestly, I haven't really been broken no new music this week. That was pain.
Nothing by Jahde.
I definitely listen to more local artists. So my song of the week has been "Gone Gone" / "Thank You" by Tyler the Creator. But if we're shouting out like local artists, probably haven't heard of him, but his name's E-Rock, a friend of mine. He is pretty good stuff to check out. I got a lot of friends that make music, and I'm gonna tell him to contact us so we can start.
Listen, yeah, that's a fact.
But the song that's been heavy for me is "Gone Gone / "Thank You" by Tyler the Creator. And all right, go ahead, come on.
Alright, my song of the week is Lil Marley Extra. Shout Lil Marley, that's my boy. And then I don't got no song of the week as far as like big artists, but I'll get that Lil Uzi tape or something like
Uzi
that.
tape.
That's a fact.
I don't like Uzi like that.
Alright, Tyjee, say your song of the week.
Oh my gosh, this math out of here. Alright, so my song of the week, I don't even have any local artists this week, but I got you next week. But oh my gosh.
Wait.
She said they be allowed
I'm
to
gonna
go.
go with Ruby Rose Big Mouth. She's doing numbers. Before I saw her with 200K, now she's at 4 million. Now this week she's at 6 million. Go ahead.
As
As you should, whoever you are, as you should.
Nah, Ruby Rose, as you should.
That's the type of time that we need to be on as a city.
Listen, we will be on that type of time. You
Oh,
gotta
God.
start speaking.
No, that's what we here for now. That's what we're here for now. That's what this platform right here is for. Everybody on the same platform.
But y'all know how to get in contact with us. Follow us on Instagram, Spark the Ear. Like us on Facebook, Spark the Ear.
Email us, sparkthemear at gmail, my fault, gmail.com.
Facts.
Comment,
Like, subscribe.
Comment your view on this whole conversation, what you feel about it, what you think about it.
If you have any topics you want us to talk about.
If you want to come join the show, I know a couple niggas actually come join us. This is our first episode. Like, yo,
Comment your favorite cast member.
Comment.
Right, comment your favorite cast member.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
First of all,
blow over this shit. No cap, we about to blow up this year. Watch, mark my words, we blowing up.
He on for it. I don't know, he on for it.
Real quick, if there's any of you that write film scripts, please contact me because I want to direct a movie so bad. Other than that, that's it.
I want to be in the movie.
Whole
Yes,
time
facts.
I want to feel.
I used to act when I was a kid.
We're gonna do it all, but we're gonna close out right here. Stay tuned for next week,
Stay
episode
tuned.
4.
You know what I'm saying?
Word, you feel me?
That's an expert, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Whole time.
Okay.